Hey, everybody, welcome to the LaserDisc Wolfpack THX CAV Special Limited Edition podcast. It is not live. I said it was going to be live. I lied. We are coming to you canned. But we're all live talking to each other. So just pretend that this is happening while you're watching it. But we're speaking to you from the past. Hopefully, everything's great in the future. We are back with another fantastic episode. We're talking about a film in particular that I'm sure is near and dear to everyone's hearts, at least people from the 90s. A lot of people got tattoos of this film, back tats and stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I am, as I said, your host, Sam Culture Dog Hatch. I'm sponsored by Ghost right here, right now, water. And I'm going to pass it on to the rest of the panel, starting with my man, Ryan. What's up, Ryan?
Tonight's podcast is sponsored by Sunny D Vodka Seltzer. It
Ooh,
is tangy orange flavored, just like Sunny D, but there's
that
alcohol.
that kind of rocks.
And and I'll pass it off to Chris.
Hey guys, I'm sponsored by a ball jar of water. It's just got water in it. It's blue. And I'm not going to be so bold as Sam as to promise that the future is going to be great, but I hope that we've all survived the coming apocalypse that's going to happen about an hour after this show ends. Okay.
Bummer. Hopefully, you guys love that post-apocalyptic wasteland of Sunday night or whenever I air this. So I know a post-apocalyptic warlord named Hayden. What's going on?
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm Hayden. I'm the post-apocalyptic warlord from the future. It's actually going to be really bad. All y'all's hopes are in
Uh,
vain.
uh,
But on the good news, I have a Godzilla coffee mug, so it's not all bad in the future.
Sweet. Who's this other handsome gentleman? We haven't seen him in a while.
I come on once a year, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Tamiflu,
Hmm.
the good stuff prescription. My daughter just went through this and she had to drink hers and she hated it. It was a fight every night. But I got the tablets because I'm old.
Well, good luck.
And I've changed my name to McHugh for this podcast.
Nice. Chad McHugh, Vinny McHugh.
Vinny McHugh. I look nothing like my brother, so no way you can mistake me for him.
Nice. Maxine, what's going on?
Oh, it is the time to be sponsored by formerly Holiday, still in stores, Cranberry Fizz from
Oh,
Poppy.
Hmm.
oh, Poppy's good. Yeah.
From
Yes.
Poppy? What is Poppy?
Poppy is soda.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you meant the metalcore singer woman, Poppy.
He has their own
Spelled
beverage.
differently. Yeah.
Yeah. Cranberry Fizz. Soda's back. That's their phrasing.
It's
It's good
soda
stuff.
that's good for you.
Yeah, it's prebiotic and all that nice things. I'm excited for this movie. I suggested it. I had not seen it before suggesting it. Was hoping it was a good suggestion.
when I sat down to watch this, I was like, because I wasn't here last episode, I was like, feels like Maxine picked this movie out on cover art alone.
Well, we
Hey,
all thought
you know
Heather
what?
Graham was in it.
And Fisher Stevens.
I was right.
Yeah, I forgot to say this is now officially the LaserDisc Fisher Stevens THX CAV Special Limited Edition podcast. We only do films that star or at least co-star Fisher Stevens from here on out. Because he brings the quality. So we've done Super Mario Brothers, we did Hackers,
Yeah.
yes. Now we're doing 1991's Mystery Date. Where's your copy, Vinny?
It's in my phone. I don't have it on Laserdisc. It's funny.
Uh,
I know this movie well. I realized when I was watching it, I remembered almost none of it except for B.D. Wong. And then at one point, he says something that I realized I quoted for years. But he
Oh,
sort
that's
of
funny.
leans over to him and says, "What the heck is your problem?" Just the way that he says it is very funny.
So
And
yeah,
then
I'm
it sort of
guessing
snapped back.
we're probably the only two who saw this back in the 90s, right? Like
Yeah, it
out
was
of this panel.
91, but
Yep.
it's a movie for like 15-year-old boys, but I was like 20, so I'm not sure what drew me to it. I'd already seen Goodfellas, so I knew what movies could be. So I don't know why
already seen
I was impressed by
Goodfellas.
Mystery Date.
Oddly, I remember
Well,
distinctly when I saw this because it was on video in 1992,
Oh,
and I was playing a gig in New Haven, Connecticut, shortly after playing CBGB's. Yeah, no big deal. And so maybe April, May 1992, and we had a bunch of friends over at my friend Eric's house, and that was like our hangout zone, like in the basement of this raised ranch. And we rented Mystery Date for whatever reason, and there was like I don't know sausage party, a bunch of guys hanging around watching this movie. We were entertained. We thought it was pretty delightful at the time. So
I'm going to ask you, do you
yeah.
remember why you picked Mystery Date over anything else at the video store?
I'm pretty sure my buddy Eric was like, "Oh, she's hot. We got to get that."
Every VHS cover was basically that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you know who Ethan Hawke was by that point?
Yeah, I had seen Explorers and probably what else? Dead Poet Society by this point.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I forgot he was in that.
He wasn't like Reality Bites and then like the before series famous yet. So, but yeah, it wasn't. I don't think we really came into it for Ethan Hawke particularly. But yeah, it was probably just like fun shenanigans. It might have been the only thing that was in stock for new stuff at Blockbuster that weekend. But I mean, I'm a complete sucker for the one crazy night film trope, and it doesn't have to be like a date movie. It could be even like a film like Airheads that came out a couple years after this. Anything that like turns someone's life upside down over the course of 24 hours.
I mean, we're going to talk about After Hours then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know Vinny's a big After Hours fan. Adventures in Babysitting is classic.
Yeah.
This is probably tonally closest to License to Drive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Unlike those other two films where Chicago and New York are characters, I have no idea where they're supposed to be. I know they shot Vancouver. I'm like, oh, this must be LA.
Yeah, that was
like I couldn't tell where we were.
They talk about going to Connecticut for the dog show early on, right?
They drove.
Yeah. But they're not in Connecticut.
Exactly. So I'm thinking like Washington, maybe?
There is Washington plates on the car. So I saw some spots that looked like they were filming in Burbank, but I didn't look up where they were physically filming. But when I saw the Washington plates, I'm like, they must be like high-end Seattle or something. I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And like the brother is supposedly been in California this whole time.
Right.
So that means that this is not California, wherever this is.
Yeah, it kind of seems like in the early 90s, I'm thinking like Home Alone, I'm thinking movies like that. There's like this generic depiction of upper middle to middle or upper class like homes. And this just fits squarely in that nothing space of just wealth depicted on film.
Yeah. And so Ethan Hawke is Tom McHugh. He's the beleaguered kind of emo son of these rich parents that are more obsessed with their dog than anything else. They have this little terrier that they're going to take to like a best in show situation in Connecticut.
That dog is paying the bill.
Yeah, they have a party for him and everything.
How old is Tom McHugh? Does anyone have a clue?
Like post high school, right? Is that what he's supposed to be?
Well, not old enough.
Talking about college, so I was thinking
1920.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not old enough to buy a beer without his older brother's ID. So.
Yes. Okay. And his older brother is supposedly out at college studying to become a lawyer in Los Angeles, or did they just say California?
California. The city of California.
Exactly. And so he seems kind of cool. He's into like college music. He's got like Elvis Costello on the wall.
Great posters. Movie kids always have better posters than real kids.
Yeah, for sure. It's the Ferris Bueller syndrome.
Yeah.
And then his parents leave him with the house, and then his brother just miraculously shows up with a DeSoto convertible. And
very sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet.
My dream car, truly.
I mean, DeSoto Fire Sweep. Yeah, it's pretty badass. I mean, there's some cool stuff in here, music-wise. Like, there's already some Seal on the soundtrack at this point. Some INXS.
I counted 3 INXS songs.
There were, because it was Suicide Blonde, Disappear, and what was the third one?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
they to me are one of the most underrated bands, so I always like to hear them.
I mean, I will say, and then the score for this movie is oddly atmospheric.
Yes,
there is some fake Faltermeyer going on.
Yeah,
a couple of scenes that sounded like a little Fletchy.
John Duprez did the music, or John Dupre, I don't know, whoever he is. But yeah, he's wearing a Los Lobos shirt, so he's pretty cool. But otherwise, he's pretty much washed up, and his brother is keen to let him know it. And his whole kind of thing is spying on Teri Polo's character, pretty creepily.
Yeah,
that's what you do when you're back from college during the summer. Just pull out the telescope.
what is it with 90s
Spying
guys?
on her from like across the around the block too.
Yeah,
like
it was
he's
like-
looking between people's houses to see her.
Great shot. Straight shot to the
Marcus
balcony.
brought this up too. Like it looked like it was the house directly next to this, but apparently it's like way down the road somewhere.
You got to drive to
But
it.
like
Yeah.
not far enough down the road that it matters in terms of like distance wise. Like they're effectively in the film right next to each other.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, this and Brain Scan are like tied for 90s, like creeping on the neighbor girl stuff. Cause yeah, I don't know. He thought eventually she would just get into him because he's been peeping on her. I don't know.
Because he's
Never
been
once asked, how did you get my number?
Teri Polo is so like delightfully
You mean Heather Graham?
yeah, sorry, Heather Graham, fake Teri Polo.
No, it's the Mandela effect. That was Heather Graham.
Is all along it was Heather Graham. But yeah, she's just so delightfully unconcerned with a lot of the inconsistencies this guy's throwing at her.
Yeah, she's
Wait,
giving that
she-
airhead energy that they were trying to give her, but she's actually smarter than that. So she's like playing airhead, I guess.
Mm.
like
Yeah,
wait,
right?
No, guys, she asks 3 questions before she goes on a date with this
Yes.
completely random man.
Yeah.
I believe one of the questions was name a book that you've read. What was? I know the last question was who do you look
Who's
up
your
to?
hero? Yeah.
Yeah. And he
What was
answers
the-
his older brother, of course.
There was one more.
That's
Yeah.
the capital of Paraguay or
Oh.
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh
and he
yeah,
said
Which he
Uruguay,
gets
is
wrong.
that what he said?
Right.
and she gave him a technicality point.
Yep.
And then she said, and I quote, "Most people that I've asked this question to say Michael Jordan."
Yes.
That's the most 1991 answer of all time.
And yeah, so his brother realizes that he's crushing on this girl, and we don't know. Does she live there? Is she house sitting?
She's house sitting.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So they decide, well, we should go through her trash, like dredge up as much personal information as we can, and then yeah, so it's kind of like Elijah Wood in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind when he's like kind of trying to craft this creepy connection to this woman. So yeah, they get her phone number and call, and they're like, yeah, just dropping all these details that, of course, they know what she's been reading, they know what she's been buying at the mall and where she's been shopping, and no questions.
There were so many moments in the setup of this plot where they go on this date where I was like, this is going to come back to bite him. This is going to come back to bite him. I thought there was going to be Chekhov's she's staying at somebody else's house. I thought there was going to be Chekhov's mystery novel reference, like she asks him about the book, and they don't use any of the setup.
yeah.
And
They do a lot of the other stuff, like, hey, remember, there's no parking brake. You got to pull the brake.
Yes.
Don't forget that. At one point, I'm not a car guy. She pulls the key out of the ignition while they're driving.
It's true. Yeah.
Would that do anything to a DeSoto?
Well,
question.
I owned a 1960 Dodge Phoenix, which had push button transmission, very
Okay.
similar front, very similar car, because I could not afford a DeSoto Fire Sweep, which is truly my dream car. I couldn't believe it was in this. So when you have that push button transmission, there is only neutral. There is no park. No park exists. So the only thing that you can do to make the car stop rolling is literally to pull the parking brake, which that is an old parking brake, like that maybe would work. But yeah, if you pulled the key, like if you just like turned it, it would be still in driver neutral. Like
It still keep rolling. Yeah.
it'd still be rolling. So
it probably is why later they reference the transmission fluid leaking, which, if this wasn't a murder mystery of sorts, might be feasible that she destroyed this car.
well,
Yes.
and it's red. Transmission fluid is red. So
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's a bit of an air. The cops are pretty much airheads in here too. So his brother takes him out and pretty much dresses up Tom to look like his fancy, stylish brother. You think, oh, cool, it's his more experienced, super cool brother's gonna go and show him the ropes and give him his credit card and let his younger brother go have a great time in the town. But come to find out, there's more to it than that.
It's a brand new credit card that he got just so his brother could sign his name so it would show up correctly.
And of course, you need some flowers, so enter Fisher Stevens as the florist. I
Poor
mean,
Fisher.
he's pretty much playing the the newspaper delivery boy from Better Off Dead.
Yeah.
Yes,
$2.
He wants his tip in this case instead of $2. Yeah.
It's funny
Since
that
it
he
is the,
seems like. Sorry, go ahead.
Good. No, I was just going to, since it's the 50th anniversary of SNL, there is an SNL alumni in this film. Do you know who it is?
In Mystery Day?
Yeah. He's a police officer with the nickname Sharpie.
Nope.
Oh, who was Sharpie?
Yeah, it's Tony Rosato. He was there for the terrible cast with Gilbert Gottfried for 1 year.
Oh, he was in that year? Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
something like
deliberately not invested any time into that time in SNL. So.
Oof. Yeah, that was brutal.
Well, you get some early Eddie Murphy.
Was that like Charles Rocket, that era too?
Yes, early 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, that was him. Named Sharpie.
Claim to fame. And of course, as Hayden mentioned, Don Davis is one of the other cops from X-Files fame and of course Twin Peaks fame.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Love to.
Rest in peace, David Lynch.
How about the two cops, the stakeout cops? This was a big trope in the 80s and 90s. The two guys in a van.
Yeah, they're
These guys were peeing side by side at one point.
They were.
Outside the van.
Well, when you're on stakeout, you both leave the vehicle
Same
to
time.
not be on stakeout.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't
I'm
wanna leave
going
one
to
in
be
there.
honest. There's this whole scene where there's that stakeout scene, and then all of the cops show up, and there's this big action moment. I couldn't track what was going on, and he gets out of the house, and they lose him, and he gets in his car because it's rolling down the driveway, and
that was pretty funny. With the parking brake gag comes in again, where it's like he's running away from the cops, and then my car just happens to be rolling by, or my brother's car.
It's odd. I never once groaned at any of the bits in this movie, and I was really expecting to. I yelled out loud at least twice. There is some crazy shit that happens in this movie specifically with the Fisher Stevens moment.
Yeah, it toes the line with Fisher for sure.
Well, and even when he discovers that Lou's cousin murdered, and he's slipping around in his blood. That was from another movie. It was intense.
I know. I felt like that too. I was like, "Whoa, wait, this is a totally different tone all of a sudden."
Yeah. And not really, other than the exact Chinese lettering on his back, he didn't really have any blood all over him.
Yeah, they definitely dabble in the kind of murder mystery aspects of this, and they do keep it fairly light. The danger doesn't get ratcheted up very much, and a lot of the.
I don't know anything about the making of this, but we do know the director made Repo Man, right? So that's really his only.
He didn't make it, but he was involved in the production.
He was a producer on.
Yeah, Alex Cox directed, but he was. But he did another one that I liked, Ed and His Dead Mother, with I believe Buscemi was in that.
Started out darker and sort of got put through the mill and ended up like this.
Yeah, because Tom's never actually out plugging people and going on a big spree killing thing. Yeah, but he is getting involved in scenarios because come to find out, his brother is 1 foot in the underworld, and he's been gaslighting everyone in the family about what he's been up to this whole time, and he's really sending him out as a decoy essentially, so he can sneak around town and
get wild ladies.
What was that?
He gets slapped 4 times in this movie.
Well, he did warn him. He warned him.
Yeah, what it's like to get slapped with your glasses, and he's like, got them all prepped.
I had those glasses with the clip-on, because I prescription glasses had the clip-on sunglasses.
Yeah,
because everywhere they go, everyone knows of his brother McHugh. But they don't know that he's Tom McHugh and not Craig McHugh. And of course, he looks enough like him, even though he keeps claiming I look nothing like my brother. Everyone's just like, well, you got his credit card and you got his cool suit. Yeah.
Now, one little thing I like early on in the movie, when he's Craig, his brother, is prepping him for the date. He's basically giving him, a cool guy makeover. He takes him seemingly to get his hair cut and describes the haircut to give him, but then his hair doesn't get cut for some reason.
Yeah. They just combed it.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, they just washed it and combed it and called it a day.
It was the 90s, man. But as they go on their date, every weird thing that happens, Teri Polo is just kind of like, yeah, whatever, we're all pretending to be somebody else. And then Fisher Stevens is like, why don't you fuck her with these flowers? And he's throwing all these, he's mad that he's losing money, but he's throwing more money out the window. He's throwing all this product on them.
It's not his company. He doesn't own the flower company. He's the delivery man. And
I mean, yeah, he's already been burned at that point, right? He's got nothing to live for.
And this is the first sequence. So they're driving to the restaurant after he answers these questions, and they get in the car and they're driving. And Fisher Stevens shows up and he's throwing flowers at him, screaming at him, and then he just drives head first into a divide.
Yeah.
And like they make it seem like he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
And then Teri Polo is like, "Oh, that's so wacky that you arranged this guy to throw flowers on us."
Yeah. And she can never hear what he's saying.
I can't hear you.
He's saying.
No, all the gags in this movie have these nice little cherries on top. Like her just for some reason pointing out that she's just laughing and she's just like, "What is he even saying?"
Yeah.
I'm spoiled now because I know drones exist, right? So every cool shot you see in a movie now, you know it's a drone. It can be done pretty cheap.
Yeah.
There's a shot where they're driving over the bridge. It's on them in the car. They're driving it, and they go back like a mile. So they have, get a helicopter for this shot and
get right in there.
Bridge.
Yeah,
they just spent a lot of money on that shot.
This was probably a multi-million-dollar production. It's set all over the place with tons of location shoots.
Right.
Yep.
That shot almost
8th place, I think. In
that shot that you're describing, Vinny, it almost seemed like a shot where the credits should have started rolling. Like he just goes on the date and everything's fine and the movie's over.
Right.
Roll credits. And as you mentioned, it did come in 8th on opening weekend. So I certainly didn't go see it.
That week was number 1.
Oh God, let's not do a box office game.
Yeah, I can't remember what else was out.
I just like looking on the right and it says how many weeks something's been out, and then you get that something's been out like 27 weeks.
Yeah,
still playing.
Got it. Hey, has your theater dropped Wicked already, Vinny?
Oh yeah. We don't have.
If you like Wicked, you'll love Mystery.
Yeah, we just kicked the bucket on Wicked today.
Well, that's a good run.
Yeah.
Speaking of musicals, there's some good music in here. There's a solid band playing at the first place they go, but then they go to a nightclub later, and
this is
one of the finest bands ever is playing.
I was gonna say, this is where I was like, maybe Sam picked this movie because GWAR shows up and they go through a heavy metal concert.
Yes,
I also like heavy metal.
That was fantastic.
Yep.
This is true, but Maxine, I don't associate you quite as strongly because you don't bring like 45 metal records to every podcast. Whereas I learn about a new metal record every time I show up from Sam.
Yeah, I might have a metal record in the stack. Yeah.
Oh,
no matter what club people went to, there'd be a band playing. Like I went to clubs all the time. There was never a band in there.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends on what kind of club it was.
Was your cooler older brother telling you what clubs to go to?
No.
Yeah,
then cut my hair for me.
They would have had GWAR at that place. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, GWAR is in there, so it's a top-notch film.
Yes.
They're playing The Horror of Yig, I think. Classic tune.
In other movies, I feel like they show up in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, we can't get to the second club before we get to he gets slapped around and drags Teri Polo out of the first restaurant, which looks like a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And then they go to a gas station where a cop shows up and
now some murder happens.
I couldn't really clock what happened here either.
Ethan
Hawke opens the trunk.
Yeah.
And then there's like a quick cut and then a cut back, and the cop has been shot.
Yeah, the
by
trunk
a gun that
falls back.
Yeah,
and then the guy in the trunk shoots through the trunk at the cop.
Is the guy that's in the trunk alive at that moment and then dies later?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's dying of carbon monoxide poisoning, I guess, is the gag.
With his final breath, he killed a cop.
Yeah, and he's been waiting to kill, I guess, Craig.
Christ almighty.
I just love how later on the cops come and they're like, the forensic guy's just like, you see, this guy was in the trunk and he died of carbon monoxide poisoning, but he clearly shot this cop through the trunk lid and everyone else is innocent. I was like, what?
He literally
maybe they were
knew exactly what happened in 3 seconds. Like,
I was like, damn. You are.
I like to think maybe they were looking at a rough cut of the scene and they were like, this doesn't make sense at all. We need a character we need to get a forensics character. We need to write a scene in where someone explains what happens because this doesn't read at all.
No, I 100% thought the trunk dropped and like landed on the guy's hand on the gun and like that somehow shot the cop.
Listen, we got the pan and scan LaserDisc over here that's zoomed in. and I still couldn't tell what the fuck was happening.
Well, then the hat of the cop is left behind, and then is bloody, and then Fisher Stevens, who's not dead,
Drenched in
but
blood.
comes in a tow truck with his vehicle, is like, "What is that?" Picks it up, and then all the cops show up and frame him, and he's like, "Oh damn!"
So
I got a bloody hat.
this guy got shot like in the head, allegedly. His hat was not on. I don't know how the hat got drenched in so much fucking blood.
So
Oh my god!
doesn't make any sense.
That's just Fisher Stevens' bad luck.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be
was
happy
some-
he has a really big trunk in his car, so he can fit another body into it to drive around the rest of the movie with two bodies. Like, you know,
It's not big of a
And,
truck.
and
Right, big
honestly,
trunk.
I would like to see the Fisher Stevens perspective movie
Hmm.
where he gets interrogated by the cops and then let go and released back to his truck.
The cops are doing a bang up job because there's the other cop, of course, who it pulls over Ethan Hawke in his car, and like you're like, oh, he's gonna find out, or no, because his tire's been stolen.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you got to get it out of the trunk, and ooh, he's gonna find out about the corpses. Nope.
Right.
Yeah,
and
the
they're
cop,
able to
great,
like, move two bodies, dead bodies,
And get the tire out.
The tire.
Yeah, right from
And
under
it got
the-
lit-
Blood
listen,
on it.
Also, just to back up, I'm sorry, just to back up for a second, when he's at the gas station, the like 30-second long shot of him finagling the body into the trunk, he drops him like 3 times.
Yeah.
that was really good. I really like when the cop is showing up and like telling him to change the tire,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Yep, you can lose your tire at any time in this neighborhood."
Yeah, that's no
And
big
then-
deal.
And then Ethan Hawke, his genius plan is to say, "Hey, can you watch the space where the wheel was?
Yeah.
Just in case
Right. And he looked
while
at
I
it.
get the tire out."
Yeah,
And that
Just in
cop,
case they steal the rest of the car or something.
he was into it. He was like, yeah.
that cop locks right in and just stares at that empty wheel
Wheel,
axle.
He ignores the red flags happening
Yep.
5 feet behind him.
And like
The mysterious red fluid on the ground. Oops, it's probably your car's leaking.
If I
Now,
look back
we're gonna go
if I
ahead.
look back at like the VHS movies I shot with my friends, like, and we'd write them, this is what that was like. We would have these ridiculous things because we were 16 and didn't have stuff. But this is a major motion picture. They have scenes
Yeah.
and dialogue that sounds like I wrote it.
I'm gonna be honest. This movie does not scream major motion picture.
Right.
It's a lowercase major.
Hey, it's Orion.
Well,
you know it's
hey.
quality.
They shot
Uh,
on film. They released it in theaters.
It is a major Briggs motion picture.
I see what he did there.
Which means that there's probably an archival print of this somewhere, and we need to organize a rep screening.
Yeah, let's all
Yeah.
go to the Alamo or something and get this going.
Good
Mystery
cell
Day.
phone. Good cell phone game in this movie too. Lots of big, chunky cell phones.
And
Everyone had. They were out of the car by this point, so they were all.
Yeah,
And,
early 90s.
Yeah, they had the one had the flip, one that just flipped to the
Yep.
cover of the
What
thing,
about
but the
when
top had
phones
a
were even in
giant
the
brick.
trunk. Like, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh no,
it's a trunk phone.
Car
Yeah.
phone?
I would have been like, "Is there a phone? I don't understand. How is there a phone in your car? What years?"
Yes,
I
they're
would have been kind
car
of
phone.
shocked.
So yeah, now there's murders and stuff. And then we start to realize it's involved with Chinatown and some gangsters there, and a fabulous moment where most of Big Trouble in Little China's cast rolls in
Yes,
with Egg Shen and Lo Pan. James Hong is playing this fortune teller, and Victor Wong
Who
plays
takes
his
no
channel.
money, by the way. It's all free.
Yes.
It's a good deal. And because by this point there's been a murdered like triad guy going on upstairs in this one building, and miraculously this exact message gets imprinted in blood on the back of Ethan Hawke's shirt, and he puts his coat over it and it doesn't smudge it or anything. It's like perfect.
after he
Perfectly
like
legible.
slipped around in the blood and then
Yeah, he's like,
somehow
There's a lot
there's
of
like no blood on his pants or anything.
there's a lot of blood play in this movie that goes nowhere.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Then
The only
Teri
thing
Polo's
those
like, oh sorry.
The only
Go ahead.
thing those scenes need are like Looney Tunes banana peel slipping sound
Right.
effects, and they're
Yes,
complete.
thank you.
And what was she thinking when she comes upstairs to this weird warehouse building, and he's just like, "Don't come in, dude. You can't."
Yeah.
Here.
There's multiple scenes where Teri Polo's character walks into these ruined, like, disaster scenes, and she goes, "Ah, cool! There's all this garbage everywhere. This is really interesting."
What are you doing here? Like, do you work here? What? Like, yeah,
I'm just
no,
gonna
none of those
say-
questions. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, if this happened to me on one of the many first dates that I've been on in my life, the woman would not have made it past the first restaurant. I'm just saying.
Just
No,
her
I mean-
trying to leave. She's walking down these train tracks. That is
Oh.
so fucking dangerous. Why are you
Yeah.
doing that?
Well, we don't know it's that dangerous
Like-
until later when
Yes.
Fisher Stevens lands on the train tracks.
True.
Then he's in like full Wile E. Coyote territory at that point.
Yes.
It's kind of interesting that we unknowingly picked in the year that Honora came out, which is basically the really, really good version of this.
Mm.
You can see the difference of that Crazy Night compared to like Ethan Hawke's Crazy Night.
I mean, double
And
feature if you see
Honora-
that at the Alamo Draft House. Coming soon.
Honora is a good pair to this movie.
Yeah,
That's a good connection, Vinny. I love
just
that.
thought of it.
All right. So yeah, so as I mentioned before, that we start to learn, thanks to Victor Wong, kind of describing the blood stain on the back of his shirt, that though it takes them a while to figure out what it means, that they need to look inside a pot, and you start to learn things about his brother, that he's involved with smuggling and rare vases, and then you get drawn into the world of Mr. Liu, played by BD Wong. Who what did Marcus say when Marcus had his like list of takeaways, and I think it was, oh snap, dude from Jurassic Park. So,
So, I'm gonna be honest, I hated BD Wong's performance.
he's so arch and flamboyant and just
loved
hamming
it.
it up.
Oh, he's the best part of the film. Literally, like the movie's like you're about to fall asleep until he shows up.
I mean, yeah, he is definitely enjoying it.
I found his performance to be very flat. It was like trying to be silly, but it was like a really flat silly and flamboyant to me.
You gotta cut him some slack.
I thought he was the right tone, because I feel like there was a bunch of moments in this where I was definitely like confused, enjoying it, but confused because the tone keeps changing from like this to this to this, and then it's like that to me solidified, okay, this is supposed to be kind of slapstick.
Yeah, and that whole introduction is fun because they go to his restaurant, and then now he's being recognized theoretically in a good way, and everyone's like, "Oh, your money is no good here. It's everything's free. You're the star," and everyone's catering to him, and then Mr. Liu comes and sits down, and everything goes
And then it's his
sideways.
birthday. We have to talk about this birthday button. What the
Oh,
heck?
yeah.
Why was this a running gag? I was so sure that this birthday button that keeps playing Happy Birthday was gonna be the thing that they wanted for some reason. It's like, oh, it's in here. It's been in here the whole time. Not
Yeah,
like
birthday
it was,
button.
It was just to remind you of the melody of the birthday song.
it's
Which does get credit in the end credits there.
know it
Back
does.
when you used to have to pay out for the birthday song.
I will say, when they're in the restaurant and they have to make a quick exit, and they use BD Wong's birthday as an excuse to get out. One of the most clever scenes in the movie. Like I was genuinely like charmed by
pretty
that
fun, yeah.
sequence.
I liked it.
Didn't Fletch do that? Or it wasn't birthday. He did something similar to get out.
Yeah,
Oh man,
what was
I
it?
saw Fletch
Oh, it was
15
like
years
hug
ago.
a police officer, and then everyone started hugging the cop.
There you go. Yeah. Same kind of gag.
So then they go to his brother's place to try and find the vase because BD Wong wants a vase,
Now they know, yeah.
and apparently they've got some evidence in the vase
Yes.
that was incriminating.
But his brother
and-
didn't even know about that, right? He just
No.
thought he was dealing in antique stolen vases.
Yeah, and they go to his place, and I don't remember how it happens, which is funny because I watched this literally an hour and a half ago. But she goes, I'm out.
Yep.
I can't do this anymore. This is stupid. And she starts walking down the train tracks.
Yeah.
Just at the right angle for a car to pull up alongside her, and for three guys to lazily pull her into the car.
Totally abducted. Yep.
Like, I'm kidnapped.
Yeah.
Why would I want to drink? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's some of that stuff is fun. Yeah, she's just held hostage at BD Wong's like palatial
really
estate.
nice place.
And
Yeah.
she's just being like snarky. And I was like, yeah, good for you.
Like, I
And
know
so-
everything.
Yeah.
And so Ethan Hawke is like, I gotta go save this girl because of course he does.
Yep.
and he like sneaks into the house like in a side room,
Yep.
and some like Chinese killer is like, this sword has been in my family
Yeah.
for 300 generations, and now I'm going to use it to kill you. And this is
Instantly
my favorite.
broken.
This is my favorite bit in the movie, is that he holds up like a 25-pound plate, and the guy just swings at it in full force and just shatters immediately. And he goes, "That's like disrespectful, man. This is ridiculous."
And then doesn't he use the birthday button again to
Definitely uses it.
stick on the window or whatever, and then he like attacks the window and falls out of it?
No. Somehow he like kicks Ethan Hawke against the wall. The lights turn off, and then this guy goes to attack him in the dark, misses, and falls out of the window like the final scene of Die Hard in terms
I thought
of
he
slow
put something
motion
that
drama.
lit up on the
I think it
window.
was the birthday button.
Yeah, I thought he put the birthday button on the window because it had like LEDs or something on it.
Sacrifice.
I think we're giving the birthday button too much credit.
It's got two useful seeds.
One of
Too
those
many.
henchmen. One of the
Said
henchmen was
3
watching
times.
Married to the Mob.
Yeah, there was a couple. Someone was watching RoboCop, right?
Oh, I missed that one. So Married to the Mob.
Orion movies.
No, there's Married to the Mob.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no,
No,
Orion
there's
logo
RoboCop
is
does
the
get
best part.
credit at the end too. At the end credits, yeah.
Married
So
to
yeah.
the Mob. Yeah.
If you
I
love
did see
Orion
I did
films,
see a new Orion logo recently, and it made me nostalgic for the old one.
But also, before he gets to the estate, he has one more run-in with Fisher Stevens
yes,
on the bridge driving there.
Yes.
Like, he somehow gets into some sort of accident where Ethan Hawke is just like grabbing on the edge of a railing, and somehow Fisher Stevens pulls up and it's like, "I got you, you son of a bitch.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill you for not tipping me for my flower delivery."
So
and
it's
Ethan
like-
Hawke
With the
can't
note,
talk because he's got the
not the same
address
guy?
from the business card for
Yeah,
Mr.
he's
Lou
just like-
in his mouth the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a good bit.
Yeah,
Fisher Stevens like goes to do something and he falls off the bridge. And I'm
Not
like,
before,
oh my God.
not before whipping out a hammer and sickle to
Yes.
very badly tear up the car.
yes. He's so mad about not getting his tip.
It was so crazy. The sickle was nuts.
So I'm thinking, just based on this falling off the bridge scene, Fisher Stevens is dead.
Yes.
And
Nope.
then Fisher Stevens looks up and a train comes right at him. Brr, brr.
But then it cuts to Ethan Hawke, so you're like, did he make it out in time, or is he
Probably
alive?
laid
And-
down and the train
Yeah.
passed
And-
over him.
And that's what you
get-
learn.
You get like a superhero villain reveal later on. Yeah, we found Fisher Stevens' jacket, no body.
And yeah, there's all sorts of cops going on in this because they're staking out, Tom's house, and like there's evidence on his answering machine that ends up coming
And
into play.
when they show up to his house, they like run over the bushes, smash all
Oh,
the
yeah.
windows, destroy
Right on the
all the
lawn.
furniture. They're just
Yeah.
destroying. Which, I mean, the parents deserve it. They're horrible people. Like
They are, yeah.
they deserve all of this. But they're just
There's a
rip
street.
open every single thing.
And the thing's fully destroyed. And then you see it fully destroyed. And then the guy runs in with the search warrant and he's like, good man.
Yeah,
Good
I
boy.
got your search warrant. Like after, luckily the dog statue, because they've got a little ceramic
Yeah.
dog statue that is survived. But then Tom finally gives it a good.
For a while,
thrashing.
it was telling us the time.
Yes, I
and
like
then
Yeah.
it
that.
just stopped. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The bridge sequence, we have forgotten one important detail that comes into play later.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that the wallet, the infamous Craig McHugh wallet, falls out.
Mm.
Only thing saved is the thing that's in his mouth. That's where he's headed. So
Yes.
now we have dead body potentially. We don't know. And Craig McHugh's wallet, because we learn this later that they think that Craig is dead.
Yes. And thanks to Fisher Stevens for repping Jane's Addiction with a Sweet Nothing Shocking t-shirt that he wears throughout.
Yes.
Yes.
Good fashion sense. But yeah, I mean, the finale is pretty fun. You get lots of more Mr. Lou chewing up the scenery. You got some
Everyone's
crooked
pointing
cops.
guns at
You
each
got some-
other.
You got some good cops. You got a mix. The brother shows up again, but now at this point, Tom's pretty confident. He knows more of what's going on than his own older brother does.
He's like,
And-
we don't need the vase. We don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's
He's
not
like,
about the
He just
face.
shoots it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you don't want the face? So yeah, his brother's been lying to his whole family the whole time. I do love the big finale where he's like, you had a great night. Like, you're gonna love talking about this later. Like, you are a sociopathic dick also.
But
He's like, don't tell
he-
mom and dad.
Exactly. Like, don't tell mom and dad. Let's make sure they have no idea why their house is trashed.
We were robbed of the scene where the parents walk in the house. You usually get that in every.
I know that's
True. That would have been a good
at the
like
end
mid credits.
or something.
Yeah.
Well, clearly
Okay. We skipped over the answering machine, which plays an
Yes.
important
Oh yeah,
lot of this too. Which
two tapes.
Yeah,
two-
he copied the evidence onto his answering machine message.
and that's how the cops the stakeout cops hear the answering machine. They're like, "Whoa, we
Yeah.
got him!" Like,
Because apparently the cops are in the pocket of Mr. Liu, and they've somebody recorded them.
It's just two cops, and allegedly those two cops suck. Anyways, so
yes,
So good.
I just like when they turned on each other and they all start trying to kill each other in the house, and like they're able to just run
They
out.
just take off, yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Lou's like, I tell you who to kill, and you know what? Kill yourself too.
Yeah.
Like, at it. Like,
BD Wong. He's so good at
that
this.
was maybe the best BD Wong line delivery. Kill yourself too. You know that?
Is that the line you would quote all the time, Vinny?
No, just the "What the heck is your problem?"
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he would say, "Heck, what the heck is your problem?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
And
why.
then of course, the cops all show up, and then our heroes are like, oh, we're caught now, but they run past them to get at the real villains of the story, and so yay.
Yeah. And then it all ends happily ever after. Tom
Yeah,
McHugh suffers no consequences for being a sociopathic dick
Nope.
the whole movie.
No, apparently not.
And
Is the
The cops make it known that he's like innocent of murder. So
right?
they clear
And-
his name early.
Ethan Hawke's character drops his date off at home,
and then reverts back into like schmo mode.
and then pulls off a great reversal. Chekhov's 3 questions.
Yep.
Which is the only gag that actually paid off from the beginning of the movie. And then there's an answering machine at the end. Is that? Somebody
Was it the
clarify that
parents,
for
right?
me.
That
It
they
was
were
the
coming
parents.
The dog won.
Yeah, the
Okay,
dog
the
won.
dog
The dog won.
Yeah.
So really, everyone who needed to win in this movie was in a great place at the end of the movie.
Yeah, because they don't care if their house is wrecked because they won the Connecticut Dog Championship or whatever.
$200
And
at
that's
least.
obviously a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes, the dog
Is
got.
that a Japanese disc widescreen by any chance?
I think it's only pan and scan, or actually, 4:3,
Yeah.
Exactly.
which is probably why I never bought it back in the day on LaserDisc. But
It's way better picture quality though. Like,
dude, it smokes. This one smokes too. How was yours?
Yeah.
I thought this was even better. Like,
Th-
it,
this one?
it has
Wow.
different side brakes and everything.
Oh, okay.
I felt like when I put the US one on, I was like, oh, I've stepped down. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. But then when I went back, I'm like, man, I felt like this one was nicer.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it's too
I've
bad
watched-
the subtitles are burned in though.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
different.
we'll be
Awesome.
talking about that
Makes the
soon.
movie unwatchable.
But yeah, thanks to Max
I
for
mean-
hooking me up here.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a nice $7 purchase.
I mean,
Which is
and it's a
which is
punch
about-
out, so you know it sold well back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
like
mine-
this is about as much as I'll spend on a movie like Mystery Date with such
Yeah, mine-
prestige.
And,
This is the only Fisher Stevens Laserdisc I have. So
I was
this is
gonna
what
ask,
have
where's
handy.
I have the Flamingo Kid. I didn't bring it up here.
Spoiler alert, that was gonna be our next movie. Come on.
How is
I
it that
mean-
we've watched 3 Fisher Stevens movies and none of them are short circuit ones? Yeah.
Flamingo
We're
Kid,
waking
I
up-
don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's
Yeah.
a pretty good thing, actually.
Yeah,
Now-
right.
Now, did anyone listen to this movie in Dolby Surround?
I did.
Did you like that? I thought the track was actually pretty good.
It
Dolby
wasn't bad.
Surround.
A lot of it was locked to the center, but I mean, the music
was some-
sounded great,
yeah.
like coming around, and there was a few other moments that it stood out. Yeah.
There was some okay atmosphere in like the big crowd scenes. Like I was like
Yep.
shocked. But yeah, I agree. This like I've watched some really bad looking full screen discs lately. Like I think Jumanji springs to mind. It's just really ugly full screen. And like Edward Scissorhands Japanese is like really ugly full screen. So like putting on Mystery Date, I was like, oh,
Yeah. And
this is like shockingly watchable on my CRT for
And
once.
I'm sure it was shot flat because it's not panned and scanned to death. So yeah, it looks
Oh
fine.
yeah, this was definitely just a center crop. There was nothing
Yeah.
weird
So that
going
means
on.
it is open mat, right?
Shut
We can
up!
list this
Stop
as open mat.
talking there, Hayden.
Let's get our
Whatever.
frame guides out and see if we can make it work.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the
No,
35
research is
millimeter
not
print.
needed to
Okay.
determine when it's open mat.
True. Just are you on LDDB? You should change this right now. If you.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Change it to TV size.
There you go.
TV size.
That's an option. Yeah.
But
So
what
now-
if TVs are rectangles where I come from? They're not
This-
squares.
Over here. I got yelled at once too because I said square-ish, and someone's like, "They're
Yeah.
rectangles, bro," and I'm like, "All right, pump the brakes." Yeah,
I'm on my
square-ish.
computer right now, and I'm updating it to squeeze.
Oh, good job. It's a fantastic squeeze disc. Yeah. But no,
The only note on LDDB was later priced down to $14.98.
I'm glad somebody probably 20 years after this movie fell out of circulation wrote that down in like a journal and remembered it.
In honor of Marcus, who was going to be here with us tonight but was unable to, he wrote his takeaway. So I'm just going to read them quickly. I think he was writing these as he was watching. So first off, dang, they are rich. Yes. The dog? Really? This party is for the dog?
It is for the dog.
True.
It's for he's a jolly good fellow, but it's for the dog.
Yes.
Right.
It was a good setup.
Wait, where was that telescope pointed? Not directly across the street? Again, also confusing. GWAR? Yes, GWAR.
Yep.
Tone Loc, hell yeah. We forgot to mention Tone Loc jamming.
I know there's a whole sing-along in that car.
Yeah, when his brother's coming back to the house.
Yeah.
He's just kind of rocking out to Tone
happy
Loc.
with himself. He was like, okay, the brother, in this scene before that, the brother is like doing a heist. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is
He
the
had a
weirdest.
blowtorch and he breaks into the museum, the art gallery. Yeah.
And he's like having a mysterious phone call.
He's smoking in the art gallery?
It's like
Hey, you
nothing
can't do
to
that.
do with this current plot either, it seems like.
Right.
And then, the other takeaways were Oh Snap Dude from Hackers and Oh Snap Dude from Jurassic Park. So there we go.
There we go.
The only I'm contributing is how insanely quick the cops would dissipate from an environment which they freaking flooded to. There were like 7 cops, and then
That was fantastic.
reversing, and then he's just like, "Oh, cool, it's over." Like,
Did they have all like goofy street names that he was assigning that were like, you guys go to Dilly Willy Lane and you go to like Penny Farts Avenue and you go here? They're just all gone from what was a crime scene a minute ago.
This movie doesn't have great sensory memory. Things just kind of happen and then they fade out, and there's not much like to grasp on. There's no like sense of place or time.
Like at times, this movie is kind of like if they put the scenes into a softball pitching machine and are pointing it at the audience.
Right.
Well, and this is where we have to pull in. There's only one review cited on the Wikipedia page. Desson Howe from the Washington Post wrote, "Mystery Date is an exclamation point movie. Built on nothing but zany high points, it survives entirely on plot surprise. Maybe this kind of date is for you. But guess what? But guess what? I'd rather be at the pub."
The pub.
That's the review.
Wow.
Ebert did review it. He gave it 2 out of 4. But Ebert never did his own stars. Here is a moronic comedy that plays like nothing so much as an exercise written for a TV sitcom class.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, all right, how to go? What are we going to rate this thing? We're going to do it like stars or 1 to 10 or?
We've never done stars before, have we?
Yeah, I don't know. What's our normal criteria?
I've been going. When I started this suggestion, it was out of 10. So.
Okay, out of 10. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going first? Ryan, what do you got?
I mean, 2 of these is better than 1 Oppenheimer.
A Japanese copy and an American copy. Yep.
Which
Mute
puts it
him.
at a safe 4.7.
Yep.
Mute him.
Yeah. All right. What's your rating, Chris?
So I log all of my movies for the last year and a half on Letterboxd. I gave this a 3-star review with a like notification next to it. And I said, not particularly good, but it's incredibly watchable.
Nice.
It's
I like
fine. Like I don't know. It didn't really inspire much, and I won't be thinking about it in the morning.
Oh, you will be. Don't worry.
It's
Once
literally
once
one
your
of those
dog
movies you're
alarm
never
goes
gonna
off
forget about. When you're old and wrinkly, you're gonna think about that night.
this
I
night, this is
didn't.
the
I
night.
didn't. I didn't go on this date though. I don't have any
Eventually-
personal experience.
Eventually, you'll forget that, and this will just become your experience.
Yeah.
Hayden, what do you got?
This is like some Vertigo
rating-wise?
nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have to give this 5 out of 10 vases. I would not shake the vases though.
Right.
I would not check. I would not, if I carried them, I would not wait. I would not, if I heard something in them, I would not check to see what was inside.
You wouldn't go inside or put it in the vase.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, we watched this last night and it's like, it's bad, but like we were laughing like every couple minutes at something. So like, it's better. I think it's better if you watch it with someone, that's gonna make you more likely to laugh at all the funny shit happening.
Yeah, I was pretty stone-faced through most of this. I watched this alone in a basement. So.
Well, I will come over and we can watch it again.
And you'll have a delightful time. Vinny, do you have your original review?
I didn't see it in the theater.
Oh yeah, so it didn't get.
So I only keep track of that.
Yeah,
I would probably have gone. 2 was my go-to if it wasn't that good back then. 2 out of 4.
Out of 10.
Roger.
Yeah.
So 5 Sharpies out of 10 Sharpies.
All right.
In honor of Tony Rosato's cop. We never know why they call him Sharpie. Is he sharp?
Good question. Yeah.
Does he use a Sharpie?
Like he just Stanislavski'd the hell out of that role. He has like a whole history. He knows.
They called him that every time they referred to him.
Yeah, like he knows.
Sharpie.
That actor knows.
God damn it! We told you to wait for backup.
Yeah.
He's just got a notepad with a bunch of ink bleeding through it because he writes all of his notes on Sharpie.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody can read these fucking things.
Yeah, they didn't have fine tips back then. They were just like big, thick, chunky Sharpies. Yeah. Maxine, what do you got for a rating?
Okay, I enjoyed this, and I'm definitely on the same zone. I'd give it maybe a 5.5. I liked it a little bit more, but I thought it was very enjoyable, and I thought it's quirky, and it's probably like, if you're just like started at the beginning of this podcast and you're like, I've never seen that, and then you just paused us and watched it and came back and then heard our take on it, like, yeah, I think you probably would have really enjoyed it. But it's I thought just like the flowing of like all the weird plots was what was interesting, truly. So
yeah, I think 1992 me probably would have given this like a 7 or something because I was delighted by it. I mean, I knew it wasn't a great film and it's obviously like after hours light. But then again, it is what it is, and it's kind of having a good time doing it. So yeah, but nowadays watching it, I'd knock it down more to I'll go for 6 though. Well, I'll keep it on the higher end of the scale because
I'm between a 5 and 6.
I'm pretty well delighted by this movie, and I will watch it again.
Yeah,
yeah. I think 5 and 6 is fair for this. It's not art. It's not high art, but it's very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and the soundtrack's great.
Oh, soundtrack.
Yeah.
Now, if we're just like looking at this from like the soundtrack side of things included, it bumps it up a couple notches.
So yeah, we got Tone Loc, we got GWAR, we got Seal, crazy, great song. 3 NXS jams.
I just assumed Seal was later in the 90s, so it caught me by surprise.
No, yeah, that was like
for a second,
right
I
at the
thought
cusp.
they changed the music on this. And
that first record was pretty early because I think the second Seal album was 93 maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. But Sonic Youth song I think was on the soundtrack too. I forgot what song.
Yeah, there's some really. I mean this. And then all the posters. I think didn't he have the poster?
He had the poster.
Yeah.
It was like a split poster though. It was like the infection and then I forgot what the other.
Someone else.
It was like 2 bands. Like I don't know if there was like a tour or something.
He obviously went to the record store and asked them to save the Elvis Costello standee for him, so he could put it on his wall. That's pretty elaborate.
So on the music side of it, included in this as the visual, I bump it to at least a 7 because
I mean. And I'm related to this guy. I didn't have any game when I saw this movie, but I did have cool music posters in my room. So I wasn't spying on the
That was
girl
your game.
around the corner and down the
That's
street.
where
Though.
it takes the notches down. It's because it's like he's like, I see you're putting my telescope to good use.
Yeah, like that's the one thing his brother's like, you're doing one thing right, kid, and it's spying on the ladies.
Yeah.
You're doing one thing right. It's being a creep.
Like if I could just kind of like what's fun about the movie is that they're constantly like they do a good job of kind of misdirecting you with things. The first 5 minutes of the movie, we thought his brother was going to come in because the parents are gone. He's going to throw the wildest party ever and set his brother up with a date of his life, you know? And then it turns into a whole murder mystery thing. And then we start to think the brother is murdering all these people. And then it turns out that, you know, he didn't even know there was a hitman in the trunk of his car. That guy was hiding, waiting to kill him and accidentally killed himself in there.
That was good misdirection. Because you're like, oh, he killed the Chinese guy. He's in the trunk. No, he had no idea. That is good. All right, well, hopefully everybody out there will go out and buy a copy of Mystery Date now.
And I think
or watch it on YouTube in 240p.
I did. Tubi. If I'm not mistaken, it's free on Tubi.
Oh, okay.
That's the reasonable price for this movie is free.
We need a Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray 4K combo.
With a custom slip cover.
I want to see
holographic sunglasses.
I want to see this movie in 4K with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
I feel like, okay, if we're talking about the cover, this cover gives me absolutely no correct information for what the movie is.
Yeah, it looks too much like Body Melt.
It looks like, yeah.
It doesn't look like the Body Melt image.
Yes,
I don't know.
It does. No, I agree with you there. The one that I was getting though is even more like Private Beach or like Spring Break or like I was totally expecting a completely different, and that's why the whole time the plot was like, whoa, this is like not teen comedy really. Like that's what I was guessing.
That was the other weird thing is I watched this, I rented it, like I mentioned. I liked it a lot, and then I forgot what the hell it was called. So for the longest time, was it like there's a movie called Calendar Girl, I think?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I thought this was called Calendar Girl for the longest time.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, it's a movie with Ethan Hawke and his brother and the dating. And then I'm like, I read the synopsis of that. And I'm like, no, that doesn't sound anything like the movie I'm thinking of.
You will be delighted to know that your copy you're holding was in a stack directly in front of Calendar Girl.
What?
So, someone else had the same feeling.
That is bizarre.
You sort by cover art?
No, it was just the box that was in, that's where it was.
It's sorted by my brain. Apparently. That is bizarre. All right, any final thoughts on Mystery Date, aka Calendar Girl?
It's all right.
Yeah. Oh, there's a board game, apparently.
It's worth watching.
Is there a soundtrack, Ryan, or no?
There is no soundtrack that I found. No.
It's a pretty harmless movie.
I think we'll get the Wolfpack Spotify together and we'll put one together.
Look for a Record Store Day, Black Friday release 2026. Mystery Date soundtrack.
We'll put the playlist together, okay?
We just etch the grooves into a LaserDisc like a copy of Braveheart.
I mean, we could do that.
Good.
Late cut.
A Wolfpack Records limited release.
Yes.
5 copies. Yeah. But yeah, I've never played the Mystery Date board game, but apparently this is not licensed from that.
It is not remotely related to the Mystery Date board game, which I also.
Yeah, was that Parker Brothers? Who put that out?
I think it's Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley, sorry. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, this is not a license. It's not like Battleship or those other board games that are turned into movies.
No, it's not Open the Door. It's Mystery Date. Not quite.
Good times, yeah. So, but if there's one takeaway, don't creep on your neighbors.
With a telescope.
And your brother's probably not studying to be a lawyer. He's probably into crime. So, yeah, those are the 2 takeaways. And third takeaway, pay the damn florist his tip.
Just tip.
Oh, yeah.
Just tip the florist. Your night might go better.
I mean, you'd automatically do that on the iPad now, so.
Yeah. He was really a dick to that florist, though. If we're being honest, he was a dick to Fisher.
Right.
Yeah, and it was right after he said. It was right after he said, "Always tip when the girl you're with can see you."
Yeah, he broke his own. Yeah, I guess the girl wasn't looking. So
yeah, she didn't have a telescope to see what they were doing. So
or so they thought.
Mystery Date 2.
Yeah, she knew the whole time. She's like, "Oh man, that neighbor is hunky, but he never comes to ask me out."
Yeah,
See,
I think that's the
here's
movie called The Crush. It has
Yep.
Alicia Silverstone in it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
here's what I'll say is like I would love a legacy sequel to something like Mystery Girl or Mystery Date instead of like making a Beetlejuice 30 years later because it's
Sure.
like
Yeah.
there's so much you could go off of here because nobody fucking cares about this movie.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna scour the internet until I find Sean Baker saying like at some red carpet that he used to love Mystery Date as a kid, and then that'll bring it back into vogue.
I mean, just say that exists.
Yeah,
and
I'll just say it.
it'll just
Yeah, I'll
create
put it
a
out
false
there.
memory.
we'll just have to meet Sean Baker on the street somewhere. We'll just bomb one of his Q&As.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's
So
probably our age. He must have seen Mystery Date.
probably, yeah, he probably rented
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Good times. Well, this is delightful because if we have, I think, 2 movies in a row that I actually liked.
I'm
All
just
right, so
picking good ones. I don't know what to say.
Score. Should probably do some pickups, huh?
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
if y'all
Alright.
want.
you got a
All
big
right,
Pause for
box.
the
do it.
theme song.
I find this to be agreeable.
Don't have too many. Maxine just sent me some stuff though, so that was good. Thanks, Maxine.
Yes, yes.
So act surprised when you see that stuff.
This is honestly, this is a box a long time in the making, so I'm really excited.
And I didn't pull everything over here, sadly, so I'm just gonna show what I got that's nearby here. But shout out to Ryan. Did the Seventh Curse for Vinegar Syndrome Chow Yun Fat movie. They announced it, so I can show the discs now. So Ryan sourced this from Japan, and
That
it's
was
delightful.
the uncut or most uncut version out.
Yeah, it's got more at the end as opposed to this version, the HK one, where it just kind of ends like immediately after they fight the monster, and they're just like end credits. But like the movie starts with this like framing scenario with like an old man telling a story, and you know clearly they must go back to the old man telling the story at the end. But in this version, they do, and thankfully, so it's a little bit longer in Japan. But it's coming out on Blu-ray. What's the other film with it? Witch from Nepal, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Double whammy. Got a bunch of good stuff in from Maxine, including I finally got a copy of Cat Time.
Oh my gosh, yes. That
It's
one's
a
so-
sample too, which is like bonus, right?
Yes, it is bonus.
What
That
is
one's-
cat time?
It's
I
the
mean,
most
That's the
bizarre,
question.
bizarrest thing you've ever seen in your life. It's so wacky. It's so worth it.
All
Hold
right.
on.
That is
Spin
the
it over.
thing.
Cat Time,
Oh.
is it now? Exclamation point. That's all. And they're what? They're reading Playboy in Time? Yeah.
It's weird. There's like weird Victorian children holding
I mean,
cats and
yeah.
such strange music. It's honestly, if you can put this down to YouTube, even as just like if you can burn that down, because it's worth it. I don't know if this exists as content.
Wow. Love it.
Yeah.
So that's good. Also got some sweet Jackie Chung karaoke. So I can start dressing up like Jackie Chung and start doing some jams. There's like 16, no, 13 on each side. So like 26 Jackie Chung songs.
I love the back image even more.
Look at that.
It's so funny.
I mean, he is styling. So good. And I haven't even opened this one. 8 on the Lamb.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
That looks like something Vinny would want.
Why
but
don't I have the 8 on the
Well,
lamb?
if you
I
need it,
don't.
I have it.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get a
Oh my God, I've
copy.
never seen that
Need the
cover.
Phyllis Diller. It's why I thought you needed it.
Yeah, directed by George Marshall, Bob Hope, Phyllis Diller, Jonathan Winters, Shirley Eaton,
Wow.
and Jill St. John. So
Okay,
2 Bond girls in there. So
put it on my wish list.
classic. Get a copy.
Hit me up for it, Vinny. I have another.
Mhm.
Also 1 Robotech disc, which I didn't have. I think this is
Okay,
the Robotech
okay.
Masters Volume 5. So sweet.
Yeah, the only Robotech disc I've ever had.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the Robotech. And I was psyched about this one because I've been reading a book about Seattle, and this documentary, 1991, the year that punk broke, was in here. It's got Sonic Youth on the bottom, but it's like a mix of Sonic Youth touring and Nirvana around the same time in 1991. Yeah, it's called the year that punk broke, but it's like a lot of kind of grunge, proto grunge action in here too. But there's also stuff from Babes in Toyland, Dinosaur Jr., the Ramones. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's cool. That one's
Looking
really
for
cool.
Yeah, looking forward to watching that one. This is rad because I used to like watching the show back in the day. We've talked about that on the podcast before, but the movie Magic specials.
Oh,
This is the box with what,
Ooh.
4 discs of these bad boys?
I think
Oh,
there's
nice.
at least 3. I think there's possibly 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It,
it's
it
kind of
it's got this special on dinosaurs, which is why I originally bought it. It's one of the best specials about dinosaur special effects I've ever seen.
it's kind of like the Godzilla special effects one too. It's got like instead of like inner full jackets, they're like these kind of soft, you know, outer jackets, but then they're like polylined on the inside. But so yeah, they're all each individually marked. Very nice. And of course, it's got a booklet.
Yeah, the booklet's sick.
Yeah, you need to have a booklet with all the. Yeah, there's quite a few pages in here.
Yeah. I think it kind of lays out more of the what's on what.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, totally detailed.
Yeah, it's detailed, yeah. But
So that was
so far I've watched from that is the dinosaur one, and that one was super good.
hell yeah. Yeah, this series went on for a while. I don't know how many seasons. I think a lot of the later seasons probably didn't get on the Laserdisc. This is probably the first season or two,
Hmm,
maybe. But yeah, it's good stuff.
that's cool.
And I haven't even had a chance to open this one yet either. This is because we were talking about this on the show. I think when Spencer was on, the complete showboat. It's got all
Yeah.
the showboats. Yeah,
So many showboats.
so many showboats, including like the bits from what movie is? There's like a showboat section of Till the Clouds Roll By that's like excised from the film. So it's like even showboat within another film.
Right. You
Yeah.
could use a complete Star is Born. Probably 4 of them before the new one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
And also a butt ton of X-Files to go along with the other X-Files box. I didn't pull those all over, but here's just to show. There's season 6,
Got the
volume 3.
BD Wong episode on it.
It probably does. What season was he on?
I don't remember.
Yeah, good question. But yeah, I think that's about it for. Oh no, wait, I did bring this one over. Sick. This is the one that I was like super psyched about.
Yes.
Sound Rico Pal, who I've got some of the old issues of this. It was like a hi-fi like AV magazine, and I've got one that's all about Sony Muse and stuff like that. But yeah, this was their '92 Laserdisc manual book, so it's got a slip, and it's got a sweet dust-jacketed book, and then yeah, so it's like nobody was making a like small coffee table book here in the States about Laserdisc in 1992. And then of course it's got a
It's just
test
manual?
disc,
Mm-hmm.
little 8-inch there, and then it's got it's got a list of every single disc, and you're like, oh man, too bad it doesn't have
Wow.
pictures, but it does have pictures of every disc available in Japan as of
Nice.
92,
Mm-hmm.
and it just keeps going, and then it's got all sorts of other. Of course, I'm doing it backwards. It's got all sorts of badass like write-ups in the back. It starts
Cool.
listing all these components. It's got a list of every player that's available.
Yeah.
It's just nonstop
Yeah.
sickness.
That's from
Really
the
neat.
pressing plant.
Yeah, the
Tour.
manufacturing.
Yeah, that's literally like screenshot from the pressing
Yep.
plant tour disc. That's so funny.
Yeah, so it's just like tells you all about the pits and the disc structure, and it's so freaking in depth and just awesome. And then then it tells you all about. I think this is before any of the Muse players are going on, but it's got sick action in there.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna read through this to the best of my ability and just soak it up. And then of course the color section of the back's just loaded with
God,
early
the
90s
champagne.
hi-fi champagne porn. Yeah.
I love the champagne
So nice, right?
players. I love the look of the R7G with the champagne vibes.
I know. Here in the States, we had black, or black, and then maybe a little bit of like gray if you
Yeah.
get a Sony.
Wood.
Brown wood paneling.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I forgot the brown. Yeah.
Okay, who can
think-
afford to get the wood paneled players anyways? So
Yeah, that's next level stuff. Oh, and I forgot a stuffed Walkie Squawky.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna
Walkie
sing a song
Squawky.
for you. He's gonna
His,
sing
his
some.
brother is now on the other side. I have
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
brother.
Then there's the plastic Walkie Squawky right there. But there you go. Yeah, he's over there. I think that's it. What do you got, Ryan?
Just a couple of things,
All right.
Brother.
So I found a disc domestically, and I overpaid at $6, but it is a squeeze disc. So
Yay!
and it's still sealed and will forever remain sealed. They have the little like box that says they're squeezed.
Yep.
But yes, I now have Grumpy Old Men. So yeah. Picked up some random trash, so I'll show it off. We have Exception to the Rule with Kim Cattrall and Sean Young. You know.
Damn. Who's the guy with the stogie there?
Yeah.
He looks fun.
I'm gonna go with either Eric McCormick or William DeVance.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's the back.
Oh, leather
Got
jacket.
a lot of text. You can find out the whole movie plot right there.
Is it like actually correct though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they lifted it off of like a synopsis from like the distributor or something. Which
Just took it off Wikipedia.
You know, they probably did. You know, they went forward in time. All right, let's keep going. I got The Man in White.
Wow.
He's got
Wow.
like a giant shotgun there. And then there's
Is-
like, swimming and jet ski sequences. And then on the back, we've got like a child in peril and more shotgun. So
Wow.
it looks really good.
Yeah, the jet
And
ski looks
it's Rene Cardona Jr., so it probably is.
Wow.
fun.
Hangman?
Ooh.
Let's
Sunglasses.
see. Who's in this that people might know? Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't recognize anybody.
Yes.
So, Hangman. We'll just keep going. Lethal Games?
Oh.
The worst kind of games. They're dangerous.
Sean Hoffman and Alexandra Kaniak?
She's a caniac.
Big household names.
I thought it was Ferris Bueller's sister for a second.
Right?
Somebody's daughter with
Nicolette Sheridan.
Nicolette Sheridan. Yeah.
I like the
Incredible name. All right, we don't know whose it is.
Somebody's.
It looks a little steamy, so we'll find
It's
out.
not the general's daughter. It's somebody's daughter.
Watch it after you put the kids down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Abominable Snowman.
Wow.
Oh, look at those
Wow.
eyes.
And
Yeah.
you've definitely got a Yeti character.
Oh, that's
What?
fun.
So I'm looking forward to that.
That's amazing. Not to be confused with the other title from Roan Group called Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, totally different. Yep.
Let's see. Kill Line.
Oh.
Sure.
Obviously some kind of like mob or crime film.
Oh,
Whoa.
looks kind of Miami Vicey back there.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got like the full like hat and everything, so
Wow.
Damn.
this one has a great cover. Operation Warzone.
Damn.
Yeah. This comes hard. He's got 2 guns, so you know
Wow.
he's good.
And he's screaming.
And this guy's got a gun in his mouth.
Whoa.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's got a lot going on.
That's hardcore. Damn.
Noon Sunday, you know,
The
Okay.
best kind of Sunday.
no idea what it's about, but you've got a kid that's being like captured or something. So always good. Good motivator.
It's amazing they keep making these new discs for you.
It's that one pressing plant that he has.
Natural Enemy.
Ooh.
This is Donald
Donald
Sutherland.
Sutherland. Did you buy that by mistake?
Leslie Ann Warren and McNamara? Damn.
That's great.
Th-
It's a real
This is a, God, I want to say Singapore only. So not by mistake. And I'll show a couple more. Why not? What else do we have? In Dangerous Company.
Oh. Oh.
There's some danger going on. It's kind of a small gun, but you know,
Oh.
beggars can't be choosers there.
Oh, is that what's his name? Cliff something or other? Down the back.
It
Cliff
does
Clavin?
not have any names on the
Character actor in the 80s.
Cliff McQueen.
Cliff Richard.
Cliff DeYoung.
Ah,
There you go.
Young and Tracy Scoggins. So those are A-list.
Scoggins is a great name.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do 2 more. 2 more. We've got Future Terminator.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Actually, it's actually called Future War. but for whatever
Ah.
reason, Future Terminator is like,
Past Predator.
Past
yeah,
Predator.
I think that's the tagline. The
Oh.
graphic design guy
Jeez.
didn't understand the job.
That's
They didn't explain what I was supposed to do. I was winging it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, Hayden.
exactly. You thought it was called Past Predator, Future Terminator.
Future Terminator.
I thought it was a
Which-
double feature.
Yeah, or in the tagline was Future War, but
Oh my God.
these are really cool because like they have the original like sticker, like it's got the label on some of them in like the shrink, so like you actually know what label it was and everything. And then one more. This one's called Ultra Warrior,
Oh my God.
Wow.
Dude,
It's
why
got
is he holding? they're
Meshack
holding the guns
Taylor.
by the barrels.
and Dak
Wow.
Rambo. Like
Wow.
he's an
Wow.
Ultra Warrior. He's not firing the gun. He's using it as a blunt instrument. So
Yes.
is she.
This is
They,
incredible.
they were clearly ran out of ammo.
Yeah, they're gonna
This
beat
looks
those
like it
spaceships.
belongs-
Taylor,
This is
This looks
incredible.
like it belongs on the Sega Genesis.
This is A
It
plus.
probably was based on a Sega Genesis game or something. But yeah. So let's
That's
see.
A plus. Absolutely.
Literally, the back says eye-catching artwork by award-winning artist Boris Vallejo.
Oh, Boris Vallejo, yeah. So they spent
Oh,
all the
yeah.
budget on his painting.
Yeah, yeah. So
That
the
makes
budget
sense.
right here.
Yep.
So yep. None of the people actually really look like that. But
Wow.
you know, it's all that matters. So that's all I got. Just
Score.
thanks.
Who's up next? Vinny?
sure. Not a lot. I posted everything new from like the last 6 months. So this is. I don't know why I bought this. Put ahead and whatnot. They claimed it was DVD previews.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
basically just one side,
Yeah.
side 3 CAV, and it's just 2 scenes, one from Natural Born Killers and one from another movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were meant to do, but I don't know. I kind of like these sleeves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
The Yakuza.
Ah, nice one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've never seen this actually, but I've
That
been
is-
exposed to it forever.
Stealth widescreen.
Robert Mitchum.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the Warner Archive Blu-ray. I reviewed it back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Got some late MGM.
Nice. Got that
Nice.
one.
Yeah, cool. I've not seen this. It looks like a lot of fun.
Diana
Great.
Rigg.
You know,
Can't go wrong.
Diana Rigg is in it. Yeah. DTS Speed. It was
Ooh.
a good price.
Lovely.
Now I have the AC3 and the DTS.
Hell yeah.
You can do blind shootouts.
Yeah.
That's a good upgrade.
Someone sent me this free, threw it in the package, which normally I hate because I'm on a strict quota, but I might keep it.
Oh, that's
It's a
fun.
Universal story.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool.
I haven't seen that yet.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an actual documentary. It's not a thing.
Who's it presented by? Anybody cool?
Host Richard Dreyfuss.
Okay.
Okay, that could be
Jaws.
interesting.
Yeah. Here's the remastered Ragtime.
Oh,
Paramount.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get that at some point.
that is hard. That's a
Yeah.
hard to find one. Yes.
Score.
The first movie I ever saw in theaters by myself,
Mystery Day.
Working Girl.
Oh, close.
Working Girl. This is the
I had
widescreen.
that. I had that copy sitting for you forever.
Did you? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Sorry.
You asked me to save it.
I didn't even know there was a widescreen one. Nice.
Yeah. It's not that rare, but you always see it popping up here and there.
It's kind of late.
Well,
It's kind of
I
late
got
release
it.
ish.
It should make the dates easier to read. I can't see it right now. There it was. And then because we were talking about it, Hayden, I might need you to do some Obi work for me.
Okay.
The Japanese.
Oh, you got it.
widescreen. Yeah, it wasn't that much. I made an offer, and the guy took it.
Sweet.
It was when I got the package, it was a guy I recognized from the group who's actually selling it. But it kind of looks nice without the Obi, but maybe I'll print an Obi.
Yeah, it's
someday.
very, very, very sharp.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
this is the only widescreen Elephant Man.
99, I think that came out.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to grab that at some point to go Lynch complete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the new
99,
Pioneer
there you go.
logo, so
Yeah.
you know it's late.
Remind me
Cool.
to find it, and I'll scan the Obi for you.
Oh, cool. Thank you. That's it on lasers.
Nice. Good deal. All right, what do you got, Chris?
Just a couple of like odds and ends. I really just buy a couple discs every few months because I know I'm going to show up on this podcast. My collection's pretty stable. We've got a Pioneer Special Edition of On Golden Pond.
Oh, damn.
It looks nice. I
Sitting on my
know
watch
very
list.
little about it, but I'll watch it at some point. The Criterion of Confidential Report.
Very cool.
Oh,
It's a nice Orson Welles movie.
yeah.
We've got another Pioneer Special Edition of Little Foxes.
That one's really
I really like these Pioneer Special Editions. Like, if I had to go complete on one collection, that would be the one.
Well, I have a shelf. Let me know.
Luke sent me a cinema disc of the Battleship Potemkin, which is kind of this classic Russian film that kind of established the idea of montage editing.
And also baby carriages.
And the Odessa Steps sequence. Yeah.
We got a little AC3 poltergeist action that,
Nice.
I followed a lead that someone in this potential podcast may have shared with me.
Sick.
I don't even know why I have this one out, but M. Butterfly? Sure.
Cronenberg, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I say it's Cronenberg. I found it at a local shop. The last time I was on the show in like September, I just bought like 500 discs from this one place. So every time I walk in, they give me a hookup for like $1 or $2 per disc. So I bought this First American Features collection.
Cool.
And there's nothing like that I recognize on NameScan, but this is kind of where the like library nature of my collection comes into play. We got a little flirting, early Nicole Kidman. And if I am correct, there's also a very, very young Naomi Watts somewhere in this movie.
Sick.
It's an Australian feature. Got the Great St. Louis Bank Robbery.
Oh, yeah.
Do I know anything about this? No, I don't. But I do love me a good Steve McQueen movie.
It's Rowan and it's a cool cover.
Yep.
I bought this specifically because I knew you guys would appreciate it. Fucking Weekend at Bernie's, which I have never seen, except that I know the premise very well. I've seen a lot of movies. I haven't seen every one yet, but I own this one now.
Move that to the top.
Yep.
Maybe. And then last but not least, this is a disc that I've sort of been just trying to bide my time until it was cheap enough. But I finally got a copy of Hard 8.
Nice.
Paul Thomas Anderson, when I was in high school, was like the coolest guy. I always wanted this disc. I never wanted to spend more than like $20 on it. And I haven't seen this movie since I was in high school, but I enjoyed it back then. And
jacket art rules.
The jacket art rules.
Transfer's good too.
Yeah, it's got the great title instead of the dumb working title that means absolutely nothing to anybody. Sydney.
Hold on. It means a lot to me because Sydney
Vinny wrote it.
No. PTA loved Midnight Run. He played a character named Sydney in Midnight Run, so he kind of wrote the part for him and gave him the same name as if it was the same guy because he basically plays a similar type. There you go. There's a connection from Party to Midnight Run.
Which I've seen recently. It's a good. I got some other discs. Like I got One Eye Jacks over there somewhere, but nothing notable. That's my set. I will pass it off.
Hayden's up.
Well, Hayden has bought nothing, but I do have some things.
Oh,
So
that's mysterious.
It is mysterious. Things just show up. So Luke sent me some stuff that I think he wanted to throw away. Gorath, the old Toho special effects movie. I haven't seen this yet. LDDB lists this as being bilingual. I don't think it is. I think there's just some white people that speak English in it. So,
He sent me one of those too. I wonder how many Goraths he has.
oh my god.
He also sent me a War of the Gargantuas and Rodan, each of which he has sent me twice already before that. So
we need to link up and figure out who's got doubles.
I cannot remember the title of this, but it looks like an absolute trip.
Ooh.
This is another one he sent me. This looks wild.
Sexy.
So I'll be watching that eventually and trying to pay attention. And then Maxine sent me some stuff.
Yes.
Got Once Upon a Time in the Quest and West for Fire. both of which I
Nice.
haven't seen, but have been wanting to see. So now I get to do that.
Double feature.
Mm-hmm. And then this one is not quite a pickup. This is actually a disc that I picked up a while ago. This is the 80s analog edition of Mothra versus Godzilla.
Hell yeah.
Now, I think this cover is pretty lame, especially when you compare it to the two VHS releases that came out concurrent to this. Toho's 80s graphic design on their VHS tapes was amazing. So I decided to kind of combine the two VHS designs and came up with my own
Look at you.
cover
Wow.
to kind of outdo it.
Oh my god.
So I don't read Japanese at all. All the text is just, I took photos of the cover, uploaded it to a website, it extracted the text, and it looks correct to me. So
that's all that counts.
I'm going to assume that it says the correct things, but yeah. So
Sick.
did that as a little upgrade to that one. And as far as LaserDisc, that is all I've got at the moment.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I try.
What's on, Maxine? What do you got?
Oh my goodness. Let me grab my stack here. I have two. When Chris comes back, I have the Screaming Chris titles. I want him to scream at these.
Yeah, where do you go?
I'll wait for him.
He's screaming in the hallway right now.
Yeah.
He's warming up in the hallway.
He actually really is. I was so paying attention to everything. I didn't realize I was next.
I'm just checking out all the guitars behind you. You got some basses back there, it looks like.
Yeah, all my basses are in here right now.
Sick.
That's I painted this pink one pink.
Oh, that's a custom?
Yeah, that's my custom job there. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too many, but okay. We've got Hyper Sapien.
Whoa. That sounds vaguely familiar.
I don't know. This has been sitting in my wish list for a while. It's just like titles that I was like, oh, I like the idea of this, but I have never seen this.
People from Another Star.
It seems I don't know. It's like
it's Warner.
Prairie Aliens. I'm really confused, but
Prairie Aliens. I like it.
I'm really not sure.
Yes.
Damn.
Sidaris.
Yes, I was very, very excited for this. It got obviously Mr. Miyagi, but it also has Eric Estrada.
I like how it just looks like it says duty.
It kind of does. Do or die.
Yeah, I figured it out, but I had to stare quite a bit. I was like, duty, huh? Audacious.
Good.
Sick. Trog, nice.
This is late. This is 99.
Yeah, late Warners.
This one's a late one. And it's
Yeah,
one
that's a nice score.
a lot of other people have before. I was like, I kind of want to keep that. Finally, I kept one. This is another kind of late one, right? This is.
Oh yeah, Golden Arm.
Yeah. But I love me some Frank Sinatra, so.
Great cover.
And
Saul Bass.
Novak's not bad. Okay, and we got widescreen over the top because I didn't realize there was a widescreen. And
I mean, I was today years old when I figured that out.
yeah, I had two of these sitting next to each other and they're like almost the same. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is widescreen.
Wow.
So yeah, I have the US also, but now this is going to be, now I got to watch it widescreen.
Yeah, you're going to go over the top with the correct aspect ratio.
I love that movie. I've watched that so many times. Hot Bodies.
I mean,
maybe that's
better than Cold Bodies.
That might not be a movie. Okay. We've got
Matthew Perry and Farley.
This is horrible. Isn't this like known as being awful?
Yeah.
But it's late. It's a late release, so.
Isn't that the last Chris Farley?
It is.
It? Yeah.
It is. Yes.
It's what killed him.
It honestly. Maybe it was Matthew Perry. We don't know.
Actually, yeah. Where was he? Does he have an alibi?
I mean,
well, he's gone too. So
yeah.
Can't ask.
They might have helped kill each other.
Murder suicide pact gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. Hollywood Vice Squad.
Hell yeah.
Carrie Fisher.
Nice.
It is Carrie Fisher.
Yep.
And Ronnie Cox and here's our
Robin Wright.
Yep.
Damn.
Carrie Fisher parentheses Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to have their little credits there. But they have Hollywood in the name, and if it has
surprised there wasn't
second for
Man with One Run Shoe. That should have been the Carrie Fisher appearance quote.
Okay, I have a couple of random music ones. Bjork.
Oh, sick! I've been looking for Vessel for a while. That's nice.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I might have
Yep.
another. And then this one's cool.
Ooh, what's that?
There's
Oh, damn.
yeah, it's a good chunk of Sex Pistols, Clash Jam, Talking Heads, Bob Marley. But the back looks cool.
Nice.
All the little TV screens like that.
Oh, it's a decent lineup. There's like
The back's almost a better cover than the
I
front.
know. I love it.
it's a decent amount of tracks too.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's like
That's Japanese.
documentary or if it's like music videos, but I just was like sold on the content, so
It's music
Yeah.
videos.
it's music videos. Okay, sick, even better. Okay, and then this one I think is also music videos.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to watch that. So.
Well, no, don't
Yeah.
watch that. Watch
Watch
this.
this. Yep.
Oh.
But this has Tears for Fears,
Hell yeah.
which I was
What
feeling
tunes? Probably like
envious of all the Tears for Fears I was sending you, and I was
There's
needing more.
apparently 4 of those.
Yes,
Watch
I
that.
know.
yeah, it's like the now
Yeah, now
it's
that's
like the counterpart, yeah, to that.
yeah.
Or the
Okay,
competitor.
Chris, these are for you to scream about. I showed the list.
Nice.
Ooh, Broke Down Palace. Sean
Yeah,
Sean,
Gillette.
John Gillette's one of his favorites.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Oh my god. Get the fuck out. Don't show me these. Listen,
No,
I don't want to see your wealth and your riches.
not wow.
It was $1.
She
She
You
killed a
just
dude for
pulled-
those. It's okay. It's not wealth, it's murder.
She killed a dude by opening up the trunk of her car.
Exactly.
He's
Completely
got
innocently.
he's got that McHugh money.
Yep.
Thank you.
Is that
That
movie
movie-
even good?
It's
I
not
don't
bad.
have watched it yet. I was
Oh,
waiting
there
to
you go.
show you before I watched it. I didn't want to take it out of this room because I would miss getting you to speak about it.
I fucking love late releases, and I have so many of them.
I
and the
showed this while
ones-
you were gone. Do you care about this one?
I don't even know what it is.
Ah,
All right.
The picture quality on Stigmata is
Yep.
fantastic.
I would imagine.
It's it's actually really solid.
On
And
the-
what I saw in the theater, so
is
definitely
it
worth tracking down.
horror? I really don't know. It just has so much lore about it. I couldn't not get it.
No, it's entertaining for sure.
yeah,
Is
it was mismarketed as horror, but it's more of a thriller.
Is it
Yeah.
like 7 or it seems kind of religious? I'm really confused.
Yeah, it's like a
It's very
religious
religious.
thriller.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All
Yeah.
right.
There was a couple of really good religious horror movies last year, so it's back in vogue.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, now I'm excited for it.
Dig
All right.
in.
Broke Down Palace. I'm interested to hear what the fuck that movie is.
It's Midnight Express with young women
Yeah.
Is it?
instead of a dude.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, same thing.
vacationing and then they get, I don't know. Are they committing any crimes or do they just get
I don't
wrongly
think so.
accused? Yeah.
Probably.
And then
So-
they,
I saw it, but I don't remember. I know it was Midnight Express, basically.
yeah,
It
they
has
get
Bill
locked up.
Pullman in it, so
I don't know what
Might
Midnight
be.
Express is, so
It's
Oh,
basically
geez.
when you're abroad and you get sent to a horrible prison. Yeah. And then,
well, I hope that never happens to me.
Wow. I was locked up
Express.
abroad?
yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, this is
Yeah,
a
they're
whole,
vacationing
a
or
whole nother
whatever.
vibe. All right.
is this one of those like women in prison films?
It
No.
might
Not
be.
quite a Wendy O. Williams. Close.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Heat.
Ah,
So
all
it's
right.
not
Midnight
chained
Express.
heat.
It's not Jade Heat or Cage Heat or
I think
any.
we made it up to the hot topics, right? You
Yes.
guys ready?
Are they
Okay.
still hot?
I'm always ready to yell at the LaserDisc community.
All right, good. Yeah, get primed, ready. First off, just to clear the air, we got to mention our Lord and Savior David Lynch has passed away a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
If you have not viewed it, go back and watch our season 1 episode about David Lynch on
Yeah.
LaserDisc.
Oh, yes.
I've since bought many more David Lynch films on mostly because of that episode. I was like, oh man, I need that and
Did you
that
get
and that.
Did you get Straight Story?
No, it's on
Oh.
back order still. I can't get a
Okay.
copy. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. The loss of David Lynch is perhaps the most deeply affected I have felt by the loss of a Hollywood
Yeah.
movie filmmaker, maybe ever, maybe since the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Hmm.
His movies were just so interesting, and his presence was so big and warm, and everyone loved him. And I ran Mulholland Drive after hours at the movie theater that I manage. Don't tell the higher ups.
Yeah.
And I ran this tribute to David Lynch ahead of the movie, where I just compiled a bunch of clips, and I was just like sitting there in tears because all of these people they just talked about how much they loved working with him. And I hope that someday I will, have people in my sphere that go to bat for me the way that he does. I don't always
we won't. So
I know you guys won't. You guys would beat me with rocks and socks and leave me for dead. But I expect that from you guys.
You expect us to do that at your funeral?
Yeah.
I expect that to be the reason that I finally get killed.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're just going to bury you with Fisher Stevens movies.
Yeah.
You guys are going to show up like the guys that put down, what's his name in Goodfellas?
Billy Bats?
I can't think of. He's the guy who's
We're going to
also
bury
in
you
Home
with
Alone.
just copies of Short Circuit 2.
Yep.
I've never seen it. I've only seen Short Circuit once.
I think
so
Los
it means
Locos
nothing to me.
did him in. That's what I heard.
But like David Lynch died on a Thursday, and like I was in the middle of my teaching day, and I just kind of like checked out for the rest of the day afterwards. And like I have poster cases in my classroom, and I currently have Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Wicked because I get the current posters for the big kids movies because the high schoolers go, "Oh my god, Sonic is so cool." I bought an original theatrical poster for Mulholland Drive, and I think I'm going to take down the Wicked poster because a student wants it so badly, and I'm going to put Mulholland Drive up, and I think I'm going to keep it up for the rest of the year in tribute to the late great David Lynch.
Hell yeah! Just don't screen it for the kids because it might not be.
Oh,
appropriate.
absolutely not! Jesus Christ.
And I'm sad that the Netflix, I don't know if it's the CEO or whatever, revealed that they had a major television program in the works with David Lynch. Yeah,
they had
that,
it in
of
the
course,
works for years,
happen.
though.
Yeah.
So fuck Netflix and the horse they rode in on.
Fair enough. I was just saying we have been robbed of yet another awesome bit of television, possibly. So
I loved so many stories that people were sharing, like Kyle.
McLaughlin.
Yes, he was sharing a whole bunch of stories about how they kind of like met and everything, and then the infamous like Woody the Woodpecker story of David Lynch going to the place, and he's like, I can't stand the hooks on their backs. So he's like buys all these Woody Woodpeckers and then brings them home, and he's got like 6 Woody Woodpecker children. Like,
and the shrine at the Bob's Big Boy is great.
I know that I didn't even know that was happening. I would have gone there.
Yeah,
it's not even far.
Yeah, I've been there. And then, of course, the Denny's where the incident happened that inspired some bits from Mulholland Drive, too. But I don't even know if that Denny's is still around anymore. But
ooh, that's a good question. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah. I used to go to the Rock and Roll Denny's on Sunset. I don't think that's there anymore. I think that got turned into something else, too. So
a lot of Denny's closed.
Yeah, they're gone. But Bob's Big Boy is still going. So
that one, yeah. There's like 2. One in Northridge and Burbank. The Burbank one is sick. Been there.
Yeah, we used to have Big Boys out here, but they all went away years ago. But yes, anyways, I just want to shout out David Lynch and just go buy some LaserDiscs. He's got
Elephant Man. He gets all the family gets all that money. If you buy the Elephant Man on eBay.
It's true. Yeah, it goes right to him. Ryan, do you have any for sale?
I had like 3 like really like high end ones. All
they went out
like immediately.
Right.
Just it was impressive.
I mean, he's a beloved figure, and you always price things after the death of a beloved celebrity just a little bit higher.
Well, it wasn't even that they were already up there.
They're already high.
Like they've been sitting, and then boom, he died, and it's like every single thing that said David Lynch was gone. I'm sure Max saw the same thing. Like, do you have this? I had somebody hit me up. Hey, can you get me a copy of this? Like, if I can find one, sure. Like,
I'm getting closer. I still need a few, but I'm way more complete than I was when we did that episode a couple of years ago. So
I've got enough that I'm not chasing anything. Like I need like the late Elephant Man.
Same. Yeah.
But I've got like the late Eraserhead, so I'm pretty toasted over here.
The Criterion put out almost everything, so I've got the Blu-rays.
Well, I got those too, but this is the LaserDisc podcast, not the
sure
Blu-ray Wolfpack.
Did Criterion put out Pretty as a Picture?
Nope.
Yeah,
I don't even think they put it on as a special feature anywhere yet, did they?
I don't know.
I have it on DVD from Korea, but I also have the LaserDisc too. But yeah.
just
I
want to
mean,
say real quick, for me, David Lynch is very much very entwined with Laserdisc for me. My first introduction to David Lynch was when a local friend of mine, who for a long time joked was my Laserdisc dealer because he was trying to thin his collection out. So we would go hang out, talk movies, and I saw a Japanese spine on his shelf and pulled it out, and it was the Japanese widescreen Eraserhead, and he gave it to me for $8.
Ooh, that's a good price.
I had no idea what it was, and I, was kind of primed to be like, oh, this is probably some whatever. I'm going to watch it, and the cover is going to be cooler than the movie. And it was like a life-changing experience to watch that. And I forced a couple of friends to watch it with me. We all watched it for the first time together. They did not like it. It was the first good movie I had ever seen in my life.
Try taking 10 of your friends to see Fire Walk with me. They were not happy with me.
Yeah, that was a big event movie. I went with a bunch of people.
I feel like everyone's got a David Lynch movie where they watched it and it just everything after watching that particular project just shifts your perception on what cinema can do.
Yeah. I usually when people say something changed their life, they'll say Star Wars did, and I call BS. Like, what did you do? Are you an astronaut? Like, what are you doing?
I'm a Jedi, dude, bro.
Yeah, I'm a Jedi. But Lynch, I mean, I don't know. Twin Peaks for me informed everything after. I mean, obviously Blue Velvet too, but I think I saw Peaks before I saw Blue Velvet.
Same.
But Twin Peaks, there are a lot of people I noticed online who said, "Oh, Lynch died. I haven't really watched many of his movies." I'm like, well, all that TV you watch, like, it would not exist without David Lynch.
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
there would be no prestige TV.
We're all better off for knowing who Lynch is and his work. Yeah. And everyone who doesn't know who he is has gotten to benefit from the boundaries he and Mark Frost pushed in television on fucking ABC. That was on a national network, you could get that over the air.
Hell yeah.
And God,
yeah.
Blue Velvet is maybe a top 10 movie for me personally.
That's definitely my favorite of films.
Yeah, out of his, Lost Highway is my favorite, but Blue Velvet is pretty much
Of course, you're a Lost Highway guy.
Yeah,
I like Lost.
That's the most Sam Hatch opinion in the world, and I love you for it.
I love you too, bro. Also, I want to see a remake of Pineapple Express starring Hayden, but all the marijuana references are replaced with laser discs and his laser disc dealer.
That'd be huge. We can do it, guys. We can do it with
I'll hit up Joe and I'll see if we can make this happen.
Yeah, I want to see.
Joe is the laser disc dealer.
All right, good. I mean, we might have to recast him as like Franco or something, but
we'll do an AI face swap of you and him. Add it to scrap the dialogue, start over. We'll write in a script.
Dave Franco, right?
Yeah, one of the Francos.
Can't talk about the other one.
Yeah, he's canceled, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, moving on to someone who was talking about using a heat press to flatten LDs. Ryan, you got a vinyl flat lately. How's that been working?
It's hit and miss. I'm attacking some pretty rough stuff. Anything that's just very, very slight, it accelerates the process. And they're dead on about you don't have to go that long, and then just let it sit and cool for as long as you can. Yeah. And that's, I think, been the best, is just to be patient and go through it. But when you attack some more, I think they might have been stacked on top of each other for a long period of time. There's some damage that you just can't get out because they just don't flatten back correctly. But just slight bowing or whatever, it works pretty well.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Perfect. If you're noticing a lot of crosstalk, it's not a magic bullet, but it'll make things watchable again. So
I haven't tried a heat t-shirt press or anything like that. Like some people, I know Peter was doing that for a while too, I think.
Well, my original solution before I had a vinyl flat years ago is I would literally take a player that was a junk player and put a disc out on it in the sun. Let it get hot and then move it in and let it cool. And it worked really well to flatten a couple things. And it just minor, usually a cupping or just a little bit of warp. But, anything major, you're not going to get back.
Yeah, the thing I like about it, because I got the little pouch that goes with the vinyl flat. So I plug it in, I warm it up for like, an hour and a half or so, and then I just let it cool and then forget about it. I'll just like put it underneath the table because it's so, small. And
Yeah, leave it like overnight if you can, and
Yeah.
then next day if you want to do another one, you flip it out, and it's worked pretty well.
Yeah.
I've saved a couple things I might get into the next time.
Heck yeah. Way to go.
I've lost a lot more, but also they're already lost. So
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Most of the stuff you're putting in there is unplayable anyway. So
yeah,
what do you got
exactly.
to lose?
Yeah.
Speaking of technical stuff, Vinny, I heard you got an Onkyo to upgrade
I
your
did.
VHS, your LD.
Yeah. So I remember when, I don't know, it feels like a long time ago, but the word started getting around that the 809, this old Onkyo receiver, has a bad audio board, but it's got that great upscaling processor and chip in there. So if you just find an old one and
Yep.
use it as an upscaler, and then I don't know what I went back to the original thread. It's on LDDB, I think. Peter's in some other, and someone else just
Substance.
listed. Yeah, someone just listed all the other players that had the other receivers that had the same chip. So I noticed the 818 had one, and that one's actually a good receiver. So I was able to swap out my old Pioneer Elite, and now I've got I one box removed from the rack, so that's good. So now it's 15% better than what I had. I don't know, maybe it looks better to me. Just sort
Nice.
of,
Placebo
so
effect. Yeah.
maybe.
Well, you were
But
using Ferrugia before, right? One of
I
those
was,
DVD
yes.
players.
Yeah,
Yep.
1510, but I sold that to someone. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
818. If you find one locally, grab it. Probably like $100 or so, and you can have yourself a state of the art upscaler.
Are you
Very
using
little.
yours for anything more than just passing the video through, or?
But no, everything. I use it for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
it's
everything's
your
go through
prime
it. Yeah,
receiver. Yeah.
exactly.
Nice. Man, we pissed off Chris. He left.
God.
It's like I hate Vinny's Onkyo. Uh,
No, no, no. I was just doing something that I didn't need on camera.
Fair enough. Sorry to call attention to it. Speaking of things that you want to have on camera, apparently that Chris Hansen episode is airing now on like True TV or something like that. His newest version where he goes around and catches pedophiles or wannabe pedophiles. One of the guys in LDF was a
On the
tacked on the
show?
show. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
What?
No,
I
no,
was
no.
going to say, is
Not-
one of them
as technical, not
Was
not featured
crew
as
member.
a pedophile,
Was in the
Crew
back.
member.
as a crew member. Yes.
Crew member.
You can't lead me on like that with saying he's doing To Catch a Predator with an LDF member, and then say, "Oh yeah, they were great."
Yeah, here's the true story.
One of
You were-
Vinny's admin responsibilities is to make sure he runs a list through the group every
Yeah,
so
he-
often.
he
Make sure we don't
cross-references.
have any of
Every
them.
time they catch someone, I'm like, I wonder if they were in our group.
Yeah. Yep, they are. Delete. No, so he's not. I don't even know if he's a set designer or it was just the fact that he's like a production designer or just any just random production guy. But they don't really care what he does when he sets up the shots for these kind of like houses that they're in. I guess they need to kind of address them a little bit. So he likes to dress them with LaserDisc. So like in the shot directly behind Chris Hansen, he's got To Catch a Thief with like a little sticky over the
That's
thief,
amazing.
and then Predator right next to it, like on the wall. And
How did I miss this?
it's
You
been
gotta
on
find
twice
those
because
episodes.
he posted it when he did it, and then
Oh, he did,
somebody
okay.
just actually saw it air
Oh,
yeah.
last week.
Oh my gosh. So,
So-
there's real laser discs in the background of
Yeah.
To Catch a
With
Predator.
like Chris Hansen like in the
Catch a Thief
foreground,
and
like having this serious conversation with like LaserDisc like on the wall directly behind him. That's
Wow.
great. Yeah. And I
That's
think one of the cross like shots has a different LaserDisc that he like put in. He's like, I'm just gonna put them up. Nobody says anything. So
so stupid. I love
pretty
it.
good. Also, here's a hot topic. We had a gentleman. I don't know if he had been around for a while, if he just came in hot and left equally as hot. Apparently, he works abroad, and like I don't know, he's just like in war zones or something like that. So I don't know if he's like, what's that?
Boating accident?
No, he's alive, but apparently he's like I don't know, he's like overseas in Iraq or something, like as a consultant, and he gets paid tons of money, but he doesn't get to really use it. So he spends it all on like laser discs and stuff. So he came in and was like, I needed the second copy of South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. And I think I paid too much. And also, here's like screen caps of all the other discs I overpaid for over the past like couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Grossly overpaid.
Yes.
And it was like 20 screen caps. And he's like, here you go, everybody.
Like wanted to be read on that. Like he wanted to be told that he overpaid.
Oh yeah. And
He already
plus,
knew he overpaid.
I know,
Like,
but he wanted everybody to yell at him and tell him that he overpaid.
that's
and, like,
bait. We should have deleted
It was
that
rage
post.
bait. It was
oh yeah,
rage bait.
it went sideways pretty quick because everyone's like, dude, what is going on? And he's just like, whatever, money is no object. I'm overseas and I'm in the
wish
battle zone.
I-
Money, money, money. I don't
I
care.
wish.
And I was like, you're just digging yourself in deeper with like kind of making friends here. So I think he ended up leaving like within a couple days, but
Nothing like just stepping on a landmine and then saying, "Here's more landmines. I'm going to step on them in front of you."
yeah. I mean, flexing, cool discs and stuff is like part and parcel of LDF, but like, yeah, I guess there's like a line there of, your kind of tactics if you want to, I don't know, 'cause it's like, hey, everybody, this is cool, right? And then everyone's like, well, one, why did you pay that much for this stuff? And then he's like, money is no object to me. I'm the man. And everyone's like, all right, we like you even less now.
Well, that's the thing. Like those prices are up there for the idiot who's willing to pay for it, and he volunteered. And it's like, yeah, like those people who are selling them at that price, they'll save that money and buy another one, like for less.
Oh yeah.
It was just ridiculous.
And everyone's just like, oh, so you're the one ruining the market. Cool. Thanks, bro. Yeah. So I guess it didn't go the way you thought it was going to go, but I mean, I'm not going to post. I mean, I don't go dropping a lot of stuff on eBay, but I'm not going to be posting my purchases and my history and everything for everybody to see.
No,
Seriously.
not for rage bait.
Let me go put my eBay auction that I won for mystery date.
Yeah. Yeah, you should list that. Take a screen cap.
Oh,
I
grossly.
think I overpaid.
Yeah, for my
I think I
second
overpaid
copy.
for $7.
Yeah, go the reversal. I think I underpaid for this, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was a fun, exciting moment. LA fires. Everybody's at Maxine. Your stuff's okay, right?
Oh my gosh. Thankfully, seriously, knock on all of the surfaces of any use. Yeah, it was there were several burning in like if I'm just in the middle, there was like one here and
Yeah.
one here and one here and one here and they were all like coming close and I'm like, "Oh, this is," and like one got pretty dang close to my grandma's house. We evacuated my grandma and that's pretty concerning.
Wow.
Yep. The all of the for sale laser discs are very close to that location, so that got scary. But
Yeah.
like my actual like where these are there were several that were small that popped up that were I was like, oh, is that going to get huge? And then they were put out really, really fast. So our local firefighters like, whoo, serious shout out to them. But man, that was, I mean, we know people that lost their whole everything.
Yeah, there's at least
Everything
one
gone.
LDFer who boasted like
Yeah.
a total collection loss and house loss and everything beyond that.
Awful. I offered him LaserDisc. I literally had pulled a bunch of stuff I want to take to, there's like nowhere in my town that's like taking stuff to where the people need it. So I don't want to just give it to Goodwill. Like I want to give it to people who can like use, I have sheets, I have all kinds of stuff like ready to go like for people. But
Yeah.
I offered it to him. I'm like, if you need anything, like I have lots of stuff. I have men's clothing, like
Yeah, right.
literally.
Laser discs, men's clothing, whatever you need.
I have sheets. I got literally everything you need. Like
Yeah.
that's that's our own. That's terrible. That really just broke my heart.
Yeah, that's rough. And I guess there was the concert yesterday, or relief concert. So I think it's still up. FireAidLA.org is still up if you want to go.
Yeah,
donate.
Nirvana reunited for that.
Yeah, Dave Grohl came out of pseudo retirement and showed up.
Cancelment. Yes.
Yeah, with his daughter though. That was nice. Violet showed up and sang.
Yeah.
So very cool. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully everyone's LDs are safe and the fires are kind of like out for now, right?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, over the past few days, like it's been not as bad of crazy wind, and before that, like just last weekend, there was rain. So we finally got rain. We haven't had rain in so long. It was like getting like kind of concerning. But
Hmm.
we were like wishing for rain to just put these out,
Yeah.
And now the Palisades is like 98% contained, if not 100%. So, and the big one that was the Eaton fire, and then there was a Hughes fire. Those are fully out. So
Oh, good.
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. All right. And here we go. Ready for the hottest topics.
Yeah.
What's the deal with everyone's obsession over Japanese laser discs?
Crazy.
They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
are
mean,
cool.
there you
I
go.
like them.
Just think they're neat.
Great
We
covers.
figured it out. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, they're just neat.
There
Yeah,
isn't
what else
something
you-
pressing.
Where
That
you
was
gonna
another
get
bait post,
stigmata?
though.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
get into the nitty gritty of the technical merits, but no, they just rock. Like,
I mean, yeah, there's always that is a pretty cool alternate poster art.
Yeah, I like that a lot,
Again,
actually.
nothing really to do with the movie.
I know they're not going into the city with the skyscrapers during the daytime. Like that doesn't happen.
There were flowers, but
Literally,
True.
why is nothing coming across on the cover? This is so silly. That's just
I
this
know.
making me more upset.
But like,
yeah.
if you blindfolded someone and you handed them in one hand an American release Laserdisc and in the other hand a Japanese one, they would go with the Japanese one. They would go with the one that feels like, a light breath won't bend it in half. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the packaging is substantial.
Whereas the packaging over here is basically newsprint.
yeah.
Like, God, this arrived. First of all, the packaging this arrived in was deeply concerning. It was like a manila envelope with like an Amazon like record sleeve in the middle. It was rough. With a priority
Actually,
mailer around it.
I'm surprised this
Fancy.
Elephant Man is not a gatefold.
They started
I feel
cheaping
like
out.
almost, I
No.
feel like almost every Japanese disc.
that's the cheap era. You're at the end.
Yeah.
Late
Yeah.
releases.
interesting.
Late releases are almost never gatefolds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of those Universal and like DreamWorks ones are pretty flimsy
it.
jackets too. So
I think broke down palaces though.
Ooh,
is it gatefold? Yeah.
Yeah, let's double check. I just want to. Maybe we just need to look
what
at
a
it.
fucking name,
Yeah.
Broke Down Palace.
Yeah.
Is that a gatefold?
It's not
Oh, single
Oh,
disc.
bummer.
the
Yep.
single disc.
Man. Anyways,
I just wanted
Japanese
to talk
discs.
about it again for Haller's sake.
Yep.
Listen, flaunt your wealth.
Yep.
I am rich in spirit.
Yep. I
Just
mean,
not in late releases.
you got to get a job traveling around into war zones and raking in the money so you can buy all those overpriced discs.
Just join the Navy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Or you can join the Navy.
Hit all the hard ups.
I don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
These are all bad ideas for me personally.
And
That's collecting laser discs in general.
Whoa, don't come for my my hobby.
I mean,
yeah, I think it's everybody's hobby.
Listen, I take it as a personal insult to me though, for some reason.
Fair enough. Yeah. You're like, wait, pump the brakes there, Ryan.
Yeah, what the
And-
fuck?
And of course, our old buddy Pablo came out of the woodwork to let everyone know that nobody buys LDs for picture quality. So just remember.
Whoa.
It just like hit him with a baseball bat and let's be done with it.
Yeah.
Nuke this guy from orbit. What a shithead.
I mean, yeah, his whole thing is Blu-ray picture equals good, no matter what Blu-ray. Every Blu-ray picture equals good. Every LD
Also-
picture equals bad.
Right.
There's no spectrum.
No.
There's no a
If
1980
you-
disc is just as bad as Stigmata.
I personally have never watched a Blu-ray. I bought an
Yep.
OLED brand new for watching Laserdiscs.
Yeah, look at you. Well,
Maxine,
you're
you
doing
should
it wrong.
probably get a Blu-ray player
Yeah.
though. I feel
I
like
am perfectly fine watching my
Yep.
Laserdisc that I bought my television for.
but
You might
could
be
also-
perfectly a little more fine though with a Blu-ray player. Just
Yeah,
saying. Just
I'm
throwing
just saying,
my
like-
2 cents in.
Like you could watch like the
A little
THX
twist.
squeeze of Terminator 2, and then
But I
If
have
you're
the
feeling-
AC3 though. Widescreen.
Pretty sweet, yeah.
the squeeze is AC3.
yes, that's what I'm
Oh.
trying to say. Like you can
And
watch
THX.
Yeah.
the nicest Laserdisc, but then you can watch Terminator 3 on Blu-ray.
No, Terminator. I don't know about Terminator 3. I just
Okay,
watched
you're missing Forest for the Trees, Maxine. Forest for the Trees.
the trees are here.
Yep.
They're
We
here.
should
Yeah, with-
get like a budget Blu-ray player and just send it to her.
I've got one in a
movie
box
and-
somewhere.
They're not making them
Yeah.
anymore.
They're forcing hard drives on me, Blu-ray players on Maxine. I don't know.
It's
so
not
tough.
who we are.
Right? Yeah.
You can evolve, you can
Yeah.
grow as a media connoisseur. You have the
Ooh,
space
I
and
don't have the space. This is an illusion.
I need you
I
to
have a-
I
understand
want to
that
see the other side of
Blu-rays,
the room.
Maxine, Blu-rays are really small.
Way of the future.
They're not
really
as big as
small.
LaserDisc.
Oh,
mind blown.
I have a hot topic
Oh,
to throw
yeah.
out.
I was going to
It
go to
just came
Grailwatch, but let's go with this.
Quick one while we have Max and Ryan here. So
Yep.
a member who sells a lot messaged me complaining about how he can't sell stuff anymore on LDS. I said,
Oh,
well,
true.
Whatnot has taken a real chunk out of that. Like even for myself, I mean, that's there's a show on right now. So there's a show on almost every day. And so a lot of the buyers have gone there and people just don't buy that much anymore. I don't know, Max, if you've noticed a dip in it because you're selling in both places.
I
Um,
do both places on purpose because I do completely separate stuff too.
Yeah,
Like
right.
I've always done group sales monthly, so I have no intention of stopping doing that.
Yeah.
But I
But
mean,
are people buying less on LaserDisc Forever?
mm,
No?
honestly, I would say it's about the same. Just because
Okay.
people know that I'm doing that every month and like I have like kind of like the same people who look out for that. They know that it's
Right.
coming. Like so I mean,
You got the
but
built-in
yeah,
clientele. Yeah.
yeah.
I tried to convince him to try it, whatnot, so maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatnot, it's like if you don't know anything about it, then that's probably your best bet because obviously with the rules in the group having to pre-price everything, like if you don't
Mhm.
know anything, you're gonna be confused. I
Yeah.
think there's a little bit of like that, at least with whatnot, like there's a little bit of that less learning curve of like, well, I can just uniformly start everything at $3 and then
Yeah.
everyone here will tell me if that's enough or not, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, whatnot's not bad.
And I do see it referenced a lot in comments on people's sales posts. Be like, yeah, I just got to
Right.
buy stuff on whatnot and not this. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I see a lot of people complaining, mostly about prices and stuff.
Right.
And yeah, not a lot of interaction that has like PMs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
when I do the group sales though, anything that I post there, I'm posting it first, and I'm
Mhm.
way more negotiable for the group than I am like other
Yeah.
places. Like
Right.
so, I'm always trying to give the group the best, you know.
But yeah,
stuff.
you've been having a tough time selling some stuff, right, Vinny? On Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, I don't sell often, but once in a
Yeah.
while, if it's like a late lease or something. But yeah, like mystery boxes, you sell all the time, but I don't think I sold my last one.
Hmm.
I mean,
But
we
then I
are
like
hitting
just
a
having
point.
fun and
I
trying
think
different
that
tricks.
mystery boxes are better in like March, April when people have their tax returns.
Yeah.
And into the summer, it gets tough around Christmas because they're either looking for something specific or they're looking for somebody else. But
I mean, buy a mystery box for your friend.
I can honestly say I was busier this month in January than I was most of December.
Hmm.
Like which
I
was
mean,
surprising.
it's also safe to understand that we've kind of come fully off of, we're gliding all the way out of like the wealth prosperity of the COVID era where everyone had a lot more money.
Oh yeah.
Like we've like
Steamy
we've
fever
like
was
we've
going
like
wild.
we've
Yeah.
like fully glided into the point where we're skidding on the edge of a recession.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we'll
we
see
leave
where
the
it goes
house
from
now. We
here.
have to buy things. Like there was a
Yeah.
period there when I had nothing to buy, so it's like cool, LaserDiscs.
Yeah.
Sign me
I
up.
had to,
You
I had
weren't
to drive
paying
my
for
daughter
gas.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I drive my daughter somewhere earlier and I put a mask on. I could not, I barely got through those 5 minutes for that mask. I don't know how we did it.
And now you got the flu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Poor guy.
Terrible.
You guys ready for some grails?
Yes. Oh, I love Grailwatch.
Grailwatch. These are all the grails that have been mentioned in LaserDisc Forever on Facebook since the last episode aired. So starting the most recent, yeah, we'll start most recent, work our way back. The Last Starfighter Signature Collection.
Yeah, that one's actually like legit. Like that one's
Sure.
rare as shit, rare as heck. So
there was a Transformers Super Pile, the black and white Transformers movie jacket there. The movie itself is in color, but the jacket is black and white.
I buy it.
Yep. All right. What's the difference? One's Hill Crane and one's Pioneer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which one's which?
I think.
That one's Pioneer.
The black and white one's Pioneer that came out in '98, and Hill Crane one is '89.
Yeah, but the Hill
That's
Crane
the
one's
full
better,
color jacket.
or is the one in the box set better?
Box set is best, but
None of them are really that great, to be honest. But
Buy the Blu-ray. Got it. All right.
Just
I
because
mean-
you Transformers 1 instead.
All
No.
right.
I still
Also-
need to.
Transformers, Beast Wars Special, and Predacon and Maximal boxes, all Grails. So
the special, yes, that one
Okay.
is super impossible to find. Like I've only seen it 3 times come up.
all right, fair enough.
And yeah,
Slipping into hardware, Panasonic LX900.
No, there's a lot of those out there. That's a pretty common player.
It's
That was the sneaky. It was a
upper end.
sneaky player.
It
Yeah.
was
Better
it
than
was
most.
readily available before, and that was the nice thing about it is you can get it
Yeah.
relatively cheap, and it was a 704 competitor.
I mean,
I don't see them that
Ev-
often now.
No, I
every
have.
year that we continue to do this, there's going to be less and less of everything out there.
Yeah.
My
So
900 is currently not working, and I don't know how to fix it.
let's fix it.
Yeah, that's worth fixing. That it's got really
Yeah, I
good
know.
parts in there. The actual like mechanics of that, it's honestly engineered
Yeah.
a little bit
I
better
just
than
got to drive them. I got to drive them to Sam's, and the Sam's going to drive them to Bill's.
And then Bill will drive them to Ryan's, and then Ryan will drive them
Right.
back to me, and then I'll drive them back to you, Vinny. Comedy one, Speed. That never gets old.
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
DTS Speed is pretty cool.
It is
Yeah.
actually
Just going.
Yeah.
but not a Grail.
All right, Fight Club. There you go. Japan only.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
kind of the OG
I feel like
Grail.
Fight Club has almost as many copies as Matrix.
I mean, that was the thing. It was the Grail that everybody had and was buying for like around 2016, 2017, and it seems like it's drying up a little bit now. So I guess it's grailier now than it used to be. But
Yeah. It's kind of that OG Grail though. Like everyone kind of like saw that as a Grail though.
yeah, I mean, it was my Grail for the longest time. I mean, I like 2012 me, never in a million years would have thought I'd ever get a copy of Fight Club. Like that was just unobtainium. So, I mean, and then I joined LDF and it was like Fight Clubs for days. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is happening. So yeah, I guess it's all a matter of perspective. Titanic DTS.
Yeah.
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 I'm quite pleased with mine. So I'll give it that one.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't believe that one.
Green Jacket, We're All Devo, the US release. I mean,
Oh.
I don't see it that
Sam,
often.
weigh in. You know the music discs more than I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have it like sitting on my shelf ready to go to somebody who needs it. So
so in that case, it's a Grail, yeah. I mean, I kind of prefer the Japanese one with the digital audio, but just saying. Yeah. Anyways, Star Trek Insurrection.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean,
It-
there's probably 10 copies on eBay for less than $100.
I was
That's
gonna say that comes up a lot, right?
Yeah,
So,
I've had like 4 copies of Insurrection just casually, not even like
Yep.
shooting for it.
I mean,
over
it's
the
a great
years, so-
release. Don't get me wrong.
Oh
but
my god. The Japanese dual language copy is one of the most fierce discs I've ever owned. So
It's so cool too. Like no
Yeah.
subs. All the people who complain about subs. No.
oh yeah.
there you go. Digging it. All right, here we go. Some music. Judas Priest live
ooh, yeah.
with the
I
Obi
think I
strap.
have that one.
I think
Cool,
that's
though.
real though. That's not that hard to find.
Because I
I
say,
mean-
if I have a music disc, it can't be that hard to
Yeah,
find.
I think I paid like $5 for mine, but
Yeah, like $10 from a Kobo sale.
It's gone up in price a lot, but it's
Yeah.
still
Okay.
not. I mean,
I
there's
think-
a US and Japanese press. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if it's the
I
US,
got the Japanese, but again,
US one's probably a little bit harder to find weirdly, but
maybe.
I've only seen the Japanese pressing.
All right, Vinny will know this one. Bronski Beat, the first chapter, another music one. Remember
Sure.
Bronski Beat?
Yeah. I mean, music. I don't have that many of them. So, but that I don't remember ever seeing that. I mean, I saw somebody posted it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a Grail
Sure.
then.
Yeah.
All right, we had a bunch of imaginary Grails because somebody listed a screen cap of like an original planned, like late release era, kind of like I don't know what month it was from, like 2000 or whatever, like all the LDs that were going to come out at the time.
Wow.
So, Talented Mr. Ripley, The Best Man, The
Ooh.
Hurricane, and the original Kings of Comedy all got referenced as Grails that people would want to get if they existed, but they don't.
Yes.
So,
The best
shut
man
up.
and
does
Bring It
exist.
On was on there, wasn't there?
Meh?
Which one?
The best
Oh
man.
no, The
Grail,
Best
yeah.
Man.
I thought the
Not
best
Best
man
Man.
does exist.
The Best Man,
No,
Does
different
it?
movie.
Oh, that's Best Men. That's different.
Best men. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, what is
Bring It
Max
On was on
Hold'em?
that list, and I'm like, thank God that people aren't chasing Bring
Bring
It
It
On.
On.
for
Yeah, it was
$400.
on the list. Yeah.
God,
That would just been awful.
only. Oh, my heart, if only.
Yeah. Anyways, A Night of the Comet. Wait, that's
Yes.
That does
Braille.
exist.
So hard.
That exists.
Yep.
It does.
From- Best Man. All right. Well, yell at Marcus because he said,
Night of the Comic
Night of
does
the Comet.
exist.
"Oh yeah, that." But I'm sorry, we moved out of the imaginary Grails back into real Grails.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
And the
sorry.
Best Man.
Yep.
Oh no, I thought it did exist. Well, what am I? The Woods. I'm thinking about the Woods, right?
Yeah.
Wood exists. Yep.
Wood.
Yep. Maxine will like this. RoboCop 2, the MGM letterboxed.
Yes, a tasty grail.
All right, good. We're nearing the end. The Jaws signature collection box started a war,
That's-
much like
that's-
Chris's reaction.
It's pretty. I don't know. If I have it, I feel like
They made
Yeah,
a
you
billion of them.
it's Jaws. It's like Star Wars Episode 1. There's just a fuckload of them out there.
It literally caused the first. I think the first response, the guy was like, "You need to like think about what a Grail is and look at the definition," and it started a shit show. And finally, the OP like renamed or retitled it. And he's like, "I just got my run-of-the-mill box set, Jaws."
What
it
a
have
petty,
anything in
what
it,
a
I mean?
petty way to hang your head in defeat. But I'd
Yeah.
probably do the same. I'm
It
just
was
like
brutal.
that.
Like people have overused the Grail. That's why we do this.
I mean,
And that person totally just got nailed because everyone's like, no, not at all. Like,
Yeah.
not a single person was like, oh yeah, totally. You know.
All
I
right,
think
down to the
word
final
definitely-
three.
The word's definitely, you can have a Grail that is
Your
largely
personal.
available. It's personal to you, but it's like, oh, I really want that. There's a difference between a Grail and something that you really, really want. I think those words get mixed up a lot.
Yeah, but if it's like less than like $50 and you're considering it Grail, you're in the wrong hobby. Like,
Fair enough. All right, down to the final three. Rad, a perpetual Grail.
always.
Always.
I still don't know what the appeal of that movie is.
I mean,
so.
What?
Member berries. It's got the member berries.
Rad.
Member berries, yeah. I mean, Vinny and I both saw that in the theater when that came out, right? Rad.
Rad? No,
Yeah.
I missed the vote on Rad.
Oh,
What? Did you see
I guess I
Vietnam?
did too. Never mind.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
had a
'cause
false
I was
memory
little-
of being
just too
into
old.
Rad.
Rad is
No.
more fun than Airborne, I'll tell you that.
What
I
about
more
didn't,
of
I
a-
didn't go see either of those.
I'm a Gleaming in the Cube guy.
I was a
Okay.
I gotta
skateboard
pick a
guy, so
bike
I
for
was
it.
I was
Fair.
like, does it have skateboards? Then I will watch it. Does it have fruit boots? I will not watch it. Does it
I
have
wasn't any of those things.
Did you watch
yeah.
Thrashing? in
Does it
there?
have roller skates? I will not watch it. Does it have BMX bikes? I will maybe watch it if Nicole Kidman's in it. Otherwise, out the window. Yeah.
BMX
Anyways,
beta?
I was
Had fun.
spicy. And all right, Night of the Roxbury. Grail?
That's like teetering, I feel like.
I
If you
hate to
want
say
it.
it, but probably because it
It's
doesn't
rare.
come up often.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's a good enough movie to be a Grail, but sure.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would put it in the Grail category because I had a copy and it took me like 4 years before I saw another one. So that's pretty scarce.
And it was
Honestly.
very famously sought after by one of the members for
Yes,
a very long
who
time.
would
It's
buy
also
it,
from the
sell
script
it,
And then sell
buy
it.
it, sell
And
it.
then
yeah.
be on the chase for it immediately.
immediately.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
that's
are no
one way to
copies
go.
available right now in the normal areas, so that
And-
counts.
Saving the best for last. The Phantom Menace. Such a Grail.
No.
Um,
Brian, do you have any available for people that are Grail hunters?
I did sell my last copy with the lobby
Oh.
cards,
Okay.
but I think I have more than one. I'll just say that.
There are copies with lobby cards? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 4 like little postcard things.
Maybe mine has it. I'd have to open it.
They're kind of like taped to it, right? Like to the
No,
front?
it's like
or-
a little packet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it supposedly came with the first pressings, and I've never seen it sealed inside. I've just seen it like inside. So like I'm thinking that they were just like, hey, you bought this at the counter and put it in your
Mm.
bag or whatever. So
Nice.
because I had one that had 2 of them in it, which I was really happy because those 2 were worth more than
Very cool. And welcome, Luke. Sorry you came in the middle of Grailwatch. We didn't get a
Oh,
chance to give
so-
you a
whoa,
proper
nice,
intro.
Nice to be here. It's my first time. I'm really thank you for inviting me. I
No
would
problem.
love to talk. I just got into LaserDisc, and I would love to talk about them with you.
Are you in
I mean,
the bathroom?
You-
I
if you
using the bathroom.
hold them up and like make crazy faces, and then you're in. Yeah, so that was Grailwatch. That was the time where we talk about our physical media pickups that are not LD related. So hopefully everybody is prepared for that.
I've got plenty of those.
All right, cool. I'll go.
Oh,
I'll
you
be
know,
pretty quick.
Jesus.
Oh, what's that? You got something?
No,
got a
nothing.
problem?
I just forgot 2 LaserDiscs. I'll show them later.
Yep. I had some family that came to visit from Seattle, so they bought me a bunch of Seattle-centric stuff, including the book "Everybody Loves Their Town," which, as you can tell, I'm almost done reading, by Mark Yarm. No relation to Mark Arm from Mudhoney, but this is like 600 plus page book, so it's pretty in depth. He also bought me a Super Fuzz Big Muff Mudhoney cassette. So yeah, so that was thoughtful.
Oh,
Yellow casing, so that was nice. Then of course I was getting into that, and I was like, oh, I need to like plug in some more Melvins because I stole like a digital copy of every Melvin CD at my radio station, and then Luke was like, get more of the old stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't actually own copies of Ozma and Louis Porch Treatment, so I got, even though it doesn't, it's like on the bottom, so it's like also includes Louis Porch Treatment, so it's the first 2 records there.
Now, Sam, do you have like a CD player in your car?
Sadly, I do, but it's dead.
Oh, okay, because like I stopped buying CDs when my cars stopped having them.
I have a CD player in my car, Sam. Don't you listen to them?
No.
I mean,
I'm jealous.
I
wish that was a like still feature that came with vehicles because
that Sam still has a tape deck and he puts the adapter.
The adapter, yeah. I mean,
his CD player died, is what he said. His little portable CD player.
It's nothing like getting shamed for still produced media on a dead media podcast, but yeah, it's funny.
I feel like I don't get CDs that I should because I'd have to play them at home in my computer or something.
Well, that's how you know that these are about to like blow up.
Wait a minute. Ryan, your LaserDisc player has a CD tray in the middle.
I understand that, but I'm not going to use my LaserDisc player to play a CD.
No, never.
I mean, I have a CD player, a Rotel, like right underneath that one, right behind me. So yeah.
Well, I use my Blu-ray player.
You have a CD player on your computer?
I do.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Also,
I've got like about 10 CD players in this room, technically. So I think I'm okay.
You know what my favorite CD is?
CD's nuts.
CD's nuts. I have an HD DVD drive in my computer still. That's
wow.
But yeah, it is funny how like, I mean, CDs are still being manufactured, but if you show one, people like freak out. So that's how you know like they're so devalued right now that they're going to be worth like shit tons of money like vinyl in a couple of years. Yeah,
they'll come back around.
Yeah, but now it's like point and shame. You have a CD? What kind of a Neanderthal fuckface are you? And I'm like, I don't know. The one that has small discs and enjoys spinning them. Yeah.
I'm jealous I don't have a good way to play and listen to them.
Yeah, I apologize. I read that wrong. Just because I'm used to like being heaped upon with hatred whenever I show a CD. They're like,
I mean, it's still a bunch of bullshit and hurry up.
Yeah. Sorry. Also, I got shamed into buying Severance.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, give it up. Give it up.
So I watched it, and so all my friends wanted to talk to me about it, and I've yet to talk to them about any of it because season 2 dropped right at the time I finished this. So I'm back in the doghouse, but I did watch it.
Get that slipcase and everything. Nice.
Yeah, it's got a slip, baby. Yeah, and it's delightful. It looks really, really nice.
Fun extra features, commentaries, anything?
No, it is just bare bones. It's just nine episodes split across 3 discs, and it's like they're kind of stacked.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, so they couldn't even put the little flippy tray in there. But DTS Master Audio though sounds great, looks fantastic. It's scope, so I put it up on my scopy screen. But yeah, it is pretty bare bones. There's nothing going on there, but support physical media. Pick it up. Yeah. And what do we got for vinyl? I got a couple things. Boom, boom, boom. I got more Melvins. Cool. I didn't have the Third Man live show. Some people say this is okay, and some people say it sounds horrible. I haven't listened to it yet, but it's like they performed at Jack White's facility and then like recorded it straight to the master, like right there. So they didn't do any like post-production.
That's cool.
So yeah, I forget to check that out. Got a 13 or 2011, but I know one of the older Morphine Cure for Pain reissues. So it's not like a 90s one, but it's my favorite Morphine record, so I figured I had to grab a copy of that. And just some metal for Chris. Nuclear Assault, the Brain Death EP. One of the little pieces I was missing on my Nuclear Assault collection.
Sure.
Back when Combat Records had the cool camouflage labels, so that was nice.
So sick.
Yeah, great band. Good
Damn.
times. And that's about it. What do you got, Ryan?
Just a few, not a ton. My Vinegar Syndrome box is, I think, about 3 hours away.
Oh,
It's
damn.
somewhere
Let's
near
go.
Indianapolis or Chicago.
Are they going to deliver late at night? Should we wait? Keep the podcast going?
No, it's going to show up first thing tomorrow morning because
Fair enough.
obviously. All right, so we'll start with the records that I lost on the last show that I couldn't find. And I was saying I had one more Atreyu, because this kind of counts as like a new metal. So for Chris, I know he's a big metal fan.
What is the name of that band?
I like metal.
Yeah.
Atreyu.
Never minding story. Yeah. Never ending story reference.
Yep, exactly. And then
You
this one
say my name.
got put with the Atreyu, and this was the Voids. That,
hell yeah.
Yep. So
Is
shout
that
out.
and it's green? It's
Yeah.
green.
What color is it?
We'll open it up because I think I showed everyone and I forgot what color myself. So it's been a while.
Oh, the
But
children.
Here we go. It is green. Here we go. Check this out. This is
It's
gonna look cool.
Oh yeah. Translucent.
Ooh.
Great color. Great variant. Really happy. My local record store had no clue what it was. I had to get it from like an hour away.
Wow.
I'm in a cultural wasteland in Rockford, Illinois.
That's great.
We're
You
like
got
behind on everything.
I don't have the green. I have almost every other color.
Oh, nice. And then I had talked maybe 2 or 3 shows back about a record I pre-ordered in 2023 that I hadn't gotten, and it did finally show up. This is a Newfound Glory cover album. It's all cover songs, so like all of the movie stuff, Kiss Me, It Ain't Me Babe, etc. It even has Vinny's favorite song, Iris.
Oh wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, and the reason why it took so long is they pressed it and they got them in and started sending them out and realized it was missing a track.
Oh
Oops.
damn.
So yeah, and I did get like 3 colors, but they didn't like label them very well, so I don't know what colors what.
Do you have a copy with the missing track?
No, but I could have bought them because they discounted them on their site because they probably had to pay for them anyways because they approved a master that was wrong.
I mean, yeah, it's 95% enjoyable, right? So might as well get it.
And then a couple other things. I haven't gotten any new records. Those are ones that I lost along the way. Not lost, but put them in the wrong pile. Put them with LaserDiscs. This is the new Blink 182 One More Time Part 2. So Blink has been really good about releasing an album and then releasing a Part 2, which is the same album with like another 8 tracks. A year later. So you have to buy it again to have the full album.
That's very thoughtful of them.
I did get the best color variant though. It is on Blue Balls colored vinyl.
Keep it classy.
So it's
very good.
It just has 8 extra songs on it at the end.
It basically has another whole album with literally, it says 10 tracks. So there's 10 more tracks. So
they couldn't release that
waited.
separately.
You could have waited and just gotten that one, and you don't need the other one.
Yes.
Right, but you don't actually know if that's going to be the case because you pre-order an album and you get the color you want, or you don't get that color and it's $100, and the regular jabroni black vinyl is like not as fun. Why even collect it if it's
Do you remember 100 years ago when Blink-182 put out that album and they had like 4 different versions and they all had a different bonus song at the end?
Take off your pants and jacket.
Yeah, that was like.
And then like the Japanese version had different bonus tracks, and
wow,
yeah, that was madness. But that's their way of doing it. They just all those bonus tracks they charge you for a second time around. And then I did get one more thing for Christmas. I got the Phil Collins Old Man box set.
That thing is huge.
Both sides, all the sides. So this is a bunch of demos and live. There are 5 records in this of Old Man Phil.
Wow.
Whoa.
He had done like a whole series of all of his albums where like he has his face on like all the albums, and then he took like an updated photo.
Yeah, the new face. Yeah.
And since this one was like 10 years after that, it never came out, and then this past year it finally did. So I was like, oh, I want that. I don't want to pay for that, but I want that. So I now have the complete Old Man Phil series.
All right.
Which I thought was kind of cool. Like I doubt he planned that, in the 80s, but maybe he was so full of himself that he did. Feels a little out there, but he wrote a lot of good pop music.
Sure he did.
Couple movies. Inspector Wears Skirts #3.
Damn. Is Cynthia
and
still in
number
that, or
4.
somebody else?
What?
Is Cynthia Rothrock in it, or is some? Or,
No,
no,
she's
who
in
is
the
it?
first one, I believe.
Okay,
But we've got Sibel Who, Sandra.
Isabel who? Yeah,
I'm gonna get the names butchered. I'm bad at
cool.
this. Yeah, no, these are quality. So I have all of those now, and they'll go out of print soon, and I'll be happy I did. But got Bud the Chud.
Nice.
And it's a Vestron version. Super cool.
Oh yeah, I love it. These Vestron ones. They're like kind of they're basic, but they're great.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. I got Bubba Hotep 4K.
Hell yeah.
Man, this movie we watched it. It's so bad, but it's so entertaining.
Oh, I
'cause
love
of
that movie.
How
Yeah.
bad it is. Like
What?
it's
Bad.
really.
It's so good.
Have you watched it?
Yes,
I've seen it like
love
5
it.
times.
I mean, I really enjoy it, but it's
Yeah.
it's not good.
Aw.
And then I got the
But the new
Barbarian.
Barbarians, however.
Yeah.
How bad does the movie
This is
have
one
to
that's
be
been on
for
my-
Ryan
this-
to hate it?
This is great stuff right here. That was on
Denny,
my
have you never
Amazon
seen?
wish
Have you
list.
never seen Bubba Hotep?
I have not.
It's a fun movie.
Oh, it's
so
so
it's
ridiculous.
Elvis and John F. Kennedy in an old folks' home. They didn't die,
Of course.
Yeah.
and Ozzie Smith plays JFK. They said they turned him black. It's just, and then they're fighting this mummy. It's just so
Yeah.
crazy but so fun.
And the things that they say
watch it.
are just
And-
amazing.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell is Elvis, and he
Yeah.
plays an old Elvis, and like
Nice.
I guess he switched with his impersonator, and so
Yeah,
the
way back
impersonator
in the day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just a fun, silly,
That's right.
old person movie. You like old people movie?
Yeah, it's
no,
a
this is-
cocoon, but with a mummy.
Do I need to send you this to borrow it? If I send this
No,
to you,
it's
do you
okay.
watch it?
Is it a 5-day rental?
Yeah, no, just I send it to you and then you send it back.
I'm
What-
saying your kids would love it, not you. Your kids love
Oh.
old people movie.
I don't know if it's. I mean, it's not really child appropriate language, but whatever.
I guess I never knew what it was. It wasn't marketed as anything you just described. I didn't know maybe there was an Elvis and a mummy.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
he's
JFK.
literally Elvis, and it's called Bubba Hotep.
Yeah.
Well, he calls the mummy a Bubba Hotep.
Yeah. Good times. Anyway, was that the rest of you? That was the end of your stuff, Ryan? Or
Yeah, that's it. I
oh, damn. Right.
well, I didn't have a Vinegar Syndrome subscriber
Yep.
box to get through. I did subscribe. I was on the fence, and I'm like, I saw the lineup, and I'm like, I want a bunch of these. It costs a lot. That's why I sell LaserDiscs, to pay for my Vinegar Syndrome habit. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I think we
All right.
changed up the order at one point, but who's next? Chris, I think.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
All right, I got a big stack of 4Ks. I'll go fast. I had a nice 4K of The Keep.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Vinegar Syndrome put this out. I watched it with a friend of mine. We're both big film heads. And it's a movie. It's got some interesting ideas. You can see the framework of something far more sinister and interesting, but great scan, very authentic. Surprised it exists.
Yep.
Warner Archive put out their first 4K disc of The
Ooh.
Searchers. It's an 8K scan of the original VistaVision 8-perf negative. It is pristine and a tremendous movie.
I'll reserve my judgment until Spencer tells me if it's good.
That's fine. You've got
Yeah.
the Chris Haller endorsement.
Well, I mean, they did an 8K scan, so we can start getting our 8K players.
And then they just gave us half of that? Jerks.
How dare they?
It took 8 and gave us 4.
Yeah.
Kino Lorber had a big sale that I dipped into pretty hard.
Ooh.
Picked up a copy of The Night of the Hunter. What a phenomenal movie. The imagery in that movie is insane. Warner proper, not
Ooh.
Archive, did a 4K restoration of North by Northwest, which is also from an 8K scan. Like they have these big negatives for these big 50s movies. They scanned them to get as much off of it as possible. And this looks incredible. And I saw a 35 millimeter print of it earlier this year, and they are both very, very rich. Picked up Mystery Men from Kino.
Hell yeah.
This movie fucking rocks. I liked it a lot.
Hell yeah.
And I'm glad that I didn't have to pay $200 for the LaserDisc.
Yeah.
Just got into 4K of The Wild Robot.
Ooh,
Probably my
nice.
favorite American animated film from last year.
Wow.
Tremendous animation. Beautiful score.
I just got a letter from my daughter's teacher. They are watching it in school.
Oh.
I said no permission.
That's such a quick turnaround to watch it in school.
Yeah.
Luke, you
So-
might recognize this one. Luke's picked me up a copy of All That Jazz.
Nice.
I popped it in and I watched it on my day off for Lunar New Year. Incredible movie.
Scheider kicking ass in that.
I realized I'd never watched the first Wallace and Gromit movie after I watched the new one on Netflix.
Oh,
so I
nice.
picked one up.
Wait, define movie. Or
Curse of the Were Rabbit?
Those look like shorts.
No,
Yeah.
this is a feature length.
That's the movie. Got it. Okay, Were Rabbit.
And then there's this the second feature length, Vengeance Most Foul, that's on Netflix.
Sure.
I'm going to show these two as a pair. So The Brutalist is making waves in art cinemas, art houses, as this big Best Picture front runner, this big 3.5-hour epic. Brady Corbet has directed 2 movies that have Blu-rays before, so I picked them both up. I usually do this when there's big awards front runners directed by people that have been around for a while. I don't know. I think I mentioned this, but when Anora won the Palme d'Or, I bought every Sean Baker film that was available on Blu-ray disc, and I watched them all to get ready for it, and it was a very rich experience. This movie starts with a really brutal depiction of a school shooting. And I'm a public school teacher, and I basically shut down after I watched it, so I haven't finished it. And I have no idea what this one's about, but I'll get there.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's basically about a pop star dealing with the fact that she survived a school shooting. And that was just a lot for me on a Tuesday night when I had to go to school the next day.
That sounds heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really heavy. I got Severance too.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like getting TV on physical media because I feel like it's a rarity. We got a 4K of Anchorman.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
A nice restoration in Dolby Vision.
Ooh. Does it have the alternate version of the movie too? Wake Up Ron Burgundy?
It does, just
Okay,
not in
cool.
4K.
All right, yeah.
Theatrical only.
That's
And
fine.
then
That's fine. Yeah.
I picked up the Blu-ray of the brand new 4K restoration from a couple of years ago of Inland Empire. This movie was shot on videotape, like digital video, in 2005 and 6.
Yeah.
They shot it, then they printed it to film, then they scanned the film, then they restored it in AI with using
There's
AI
a thing in there that
algorithms.
tells it all about it. And
Yeah.
Oh, is that really in
the
there?
map of a graphical. Yeah.
I haven't looked at it. I just, they scanned it, they fed it through an AI, they fed it through a cheese grater, they printed it on wax paper, then they scanned it back in and called it a movie.
Wow.
How's it look? Have you seen it yet? Or
So I saw it in theaters when they were touring it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie shot on digital
Yeah.
video in 2005 and 2006.
Yeah.
It never goes above 640 by 480. It's very grainy in that distinctly digital way. Imagine what's the Michael Mann movie with Tom Cruise? Which one is that?
yeah, he had Collateral and Miami Vice both were shot
Imagine
on the
if
same.
Collateral and
Yeah.
Miami Vice were shot in standard def instead of high def.
Yeah.
And that's the image you've got. It's very interesting. It's very authentically digital. It's not trying to be film, and it doesn't look like it's trying to be film. And
Yeah, I
there's
guess I'll
something to be
keep my
said
DVD.
about-
I mean, maybe I'll buy it. I don't know. I got another DVD.
It's worthwhile. It's a worthwhile upgrade.
I watched the Blu-ray only, and it was fun. The movie itself is forgettable.
It's a tough sit. It's a dense layer of fog.
Yeah, but it looked fine from what I remember. Yeah, it was good.
I guess the last thing, I bought every single Disney Renaissance films teaser posters.
Oh.
I have them hung in my house. So I've got Pocahontas and Mulan here. I've got The Lion King, Tarzan, Beauty and the Beast. All of them are hung throughout my house.
Wow.
And I didn't get the Rescuers Down Under because you've got to be kidding me. But I got everything.
The fact that you don't have that is a you got to be kidding me. What do you mean?
On the line of rescuers.
Hayden, I will drive to Texas and run you over in my electric car.
I would like to see you try. Come over and
you
hang
put a
out.
I wanna
We'll talk
see-
this- we'll talk this over.
I want to see screen caps of every auction that you or wherever you bought them from. I need to see how much
I
you
didn't
overspent.
I think I paid $50 for one of them. I think the Little Mermaid was the most expensive. and I
That's
didn't
too reasonable. I was hoping for something crazy. Oh, well.
I don't know. I spent like $50 on a poster, and then I looked at how much.
You got the Emperor's New Groove,
That's not a Disney Renaissance feature. That's
Ooh,
post
but
Renaissance.
it's the only good Disney cartoon. So
Wow.
That's subjective and also incorrect, Luke. And I hope you stay stranded in Texas so you can't bring those bad vibes back to your home.
It's okay. You can come over to my house and we can watch the deluxe 2-disc DVD.
bro,
Yeah.
it's like
Uh,
7 hours. It's like 7 hours
listen.
away, man. Like that's about it.
Listen. I've got my Emperor's New Groove over here in my
Okay.
Disney stack.
You're good.
I
Just
have
for-
them all.
Why do we even have that lever? Why do we-
Wait a minute.
I often say I'm sorry you threw off the Emperor's groove
Groove, yeah.
quite often at work, and less people get it as the years go on, and it makes me sad. So
No.
that's all I got for.
What movie is that quote from? I don't get it.
Oh, what do you got there, Maxine?
Do you have this?
I mean, I don't think that counts,
Oh,
right?
I have that. That's not a
You have the
Renaissance
poster?
movie.
Do you
I
have
have.
The Blu-ray might be HD, but this is gold. This
Ooh,
is gold.
ultimate.
Yeah, next scene.
It's one
I've
of the
got.
first DVDs I ever got. Is that Emperor's?
Next scene. I've
The
I've
first
got
one I ever
Pocahontas
watched.
2.
Nice.
I've got
Okay.
Little Mermaid 2.
Good.
I've got Lion King 2. I've
I-
got an extremely goofy movie. Like,
nice.
yeah, that one was a gem.
That's worth it. It's extremely
Yes.
goofy.
Got Lilo and Stitch poster.
Not Renaissance, and
Ah.
also not a fantastic movie to me
What?
personally.
Oh, okay. All right.
Come
I'm gonna get my
on.
hammer and my sickle, and I'm gonna destroy your car.
Yes, and I'm gonna live stream with Hayden. While he destroys your car.
And then I'm gonna hit you with a train, and then I'm
Yep.
gonna run you off the road.
Well,
I wanna
it's
watch-
I'm not gonna
okay.
give you a tip either.
Yep.
It's just okay.
Oh, it's just okay.
We can do
All right.
post 99 Disney. I can give you the rundown on all of them, but we do not have that much time.
Yeah,
It's
and
10:46
sadly,
PM.
it's Finney's time to show his
Yeah.
scores, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to buy DVDs. They're terrible.
But then you
as,
do.
as you should.
When they're $1 and it's femme fatale. Yeah,
Snap case.
in the snapper.
Snapper.
Overpaid.
Yep, overpaid.
Post
this
the
was
eBay.
$1.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen this? It's great.
Yeah, it's been a while though.
I have not.
Wait, who directed that?
Um,
Why do I know that?
Diving,
Go back.
Diving Bell and the Butterfly.
Why do I know
Yeah.
that? Who directed it?
Big Julian Schnabel.
No.
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Julian Schnabel. I got this because he does this.
Ooh.
And it was
Oh, love that.
cool. I didn't have any copy of Chaplin, so I figured I'd get this one.
Clear slip.
This is a DVD. This
Oh.
is the complete TV series.
Nice. That's a different version than yours. Has like
Yeah.
a slip and slim cases.
Right.
Sick. That's mine.
Super cool.
Do you have the animated one?
No.
Oh, sorry.
There's one-
Mine's
there's
yeah,
one
mine's
animated?
just like in a normal
Oh no.
case
Oh.
Okay.
with
What?
these guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vinny's got one of those Mafia boot DVDs.
It
Yeah.
makes
Fell off a truck.
But yeah, get this too.
I will. Forgot about the animated.
cool. Ooh.
Sorry about my video quality freaking out.
One day I'll like Dylan. I don't know. Maybe when you turn 60. But this was a really
What?
cool package.
I'm with Vinny on that
Seen
one.
anything like this? Look at this.
What is that? Is that
Oh.
Don't Look Back?
Oh,
Don't look back. It's got
Yeah.
this little book in it.
Is there?
And then in
Did
here,
they get a book to the documentary? What's in the book?
the book is yeah, it's a film and book by D.A. Pennebaker. So it's just I don't know.
Okay,
It's like,
cool.
and then it's got this little look at this guy
A flip
wow.
book.
what?
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's cool.
of the
Oh,
famous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I love that.
But Pennebaker directed that Depeche Mode movie, so I do owe it to him to actually watch this one day.
Give Me Shelter and
Nice
Okay.
set.
That's a
All
great
right.
box. Yeah.
she's listening to Dylan.
Cool. Someone was selling HD DVDs for $1, so I grabbed non-Warner Brothers titles. that I
Black
didn't
Rain
have.
too.
Black Rain I
Good one.
didn't have in any version.
God, HD
Dazed
DVD.
and
What a
Confused.
Nice.
Here's why the format failed, because of these
The
dumb
little flaps. Yeah.
The flap that doesn't close.
I hate
Mm.
those.
It just
I still
They
randomly run
closed
across
at the
Blu-rays with
beginning.
those.
Yeah, they work
Yeah.
for the first 3 times.
yeah, that's it. Twilight Time, Talk Radio,
Oh.
this movie. It was not cheap, but not too super expensive. A lot of the Twilight times get pricey because they're
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Same
It's
with
limited
Olive.
to 3,000 runs.
Yeah. Anatomy of a Fall, great movie from last
Good
year.
movie. Good movie. Liked it a lot.
Luke found this for me.
Oh,
I've
nice.
always wanted to see, but
Ooh.
I've never seen. I'm excited to watch those. This was we had done an event with Paul Scheer, and he spent a lot of time talking about Miami Connection.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I
Great,
figured,
great
let me
movie.
check it out. Yeah, so that'll be fun. My buddy Paramount sent me some things going south.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And this is the only cinegraph I have.
Didn't you get
But that's pretty
the
cool.
the Nick
It's
Cage one?
Stems.
No,
Red
Red
Rock
Rock,
West?
I never got.
Oh, get
no.
that.
Oh,
You get
it's sold out
Stems?
too.
It's
Oh.
probably gone. Yeah.
Yep.
They don't make many of these at all, right?
They
This is
only make like
6,000.
4,000, 5,000.
Yeah.
Depends.
This was 6,000.
Okay, yeah. So
He also sent me a Warriors.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I've got that. That's a nice.
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
I haven't even broken the seal on.
did they restore the original opening or?
I don't
I
know.
think it's got the theatrical on there.
There's
Yeah,
okay,
I
disc
I
one
think it's got
theatrical,
both.
disc
Okay.
2 alternate. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, both. And then I had to get the 4K. I don't often upgrade to 4K, but
Ooh.
Miracle Mile had the cool new slipcase on it.
I didn't even know that was out on 4K.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is Kino.
Huh.
And I collect these now. I don't know if you knew that. I think I'm complete. These are these weird Universal
I like that.
VHS
Clamshells?
with
Yeah.
they're clamshells, but wait for it.
Those are the 90
They
ones.
have a CD.
Whoa, that's cool.
This is a shaped like cards.
Yep.
It's got music on
Oh,
it.
like a business card CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
What's
they
on
did
it?
one
Is it like a
for
song of? Is it?
What a
It's the
jerk. You got a
soundtrack.
CD? Who has those?
it's a music. It's a music.
Hey, CDs are really cool, Sam. How about you calm that?
Sorry. I'll pump the
So-
brakes.
Universal did a bunch of these. I think maybe only 3. I don't know. This was American Graffiti.
Huh.
And it's got the little
That's
CD.
fun.
That's
I had
so
no
cool.
And
idea
then,
these existed.
I
Yeah,
don't love
That's-
Animal House with
Huh.
the bonus collectible music CD sampler.
Weird.
Do you not
Yeah,
put
they
them
might
in your,
be their
your
THX.
car CD player though?
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
won't
don't
work.
put
They
those
might
in
be
there.
No, all that, and they're not even widescreen. Special edition THX.
Yeah, of course.
There's, records. Hang on. I forgot to show these earlier. These are
Oh.
locals.
Maxine sent me one of those too, and I forgot to bring it.
Yeah, they're cool.
Those are sick.
I got volume 1.
One's $5,
Yeah.
one's 10. What's
I know.
in there?
One's
I
twice
wonder
as good.
why. Well, the
Well-
10's got. Oh no, the $5 one's got better bands.
Well, I think if it's volume 1 that's less, then one of them is more rare than the other.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool
I think it's
Summers
volume
on volume 1.
but I'm not sure.
All right, some records. 12-inch Renegades of Funk. An
Nice.
amazing cover.
Oh,
That's sweet.
You've heard of American graffiti, but have you heard of Italian graffiti?
I mean, I have now.
Yes.
Do
Can't
they
tell
do they pull up to like pizza shops
Right.
in a
It's got
small
nothing to do with
village?
anything. It's just sound.
I know.
it's
I know.
it's a
K-tel.
K-tel. Those are so good.
Yeah. Grab this, Pixelized. I didn't
Oh.
realize Cliff Martinez had done this.
Ooh.
It's been around longer than I thought. Do the right thing, 12-inch, Fight the Power.
Nice.
That's sick.
Back to the Beach.
Hell yeah. Fishbone.
Are they? Are they in the cover?
Ska, ska, ska.
Yeah, oh, they're there.
That's so sick.
Jamaica ska.
That was beautiful, Sam.
Yep.
Yeah. First Heaven 17 record.
Nice.
Really good. The debut American album by England's Band of the Year.
And what movie did they get their name from?
Oh. I don't know.
Is this a
It's
test?
not Barbarella.
Nope.
16 channels?
Everyone's favorite director. Actually, not your, because yours is Martin Scorsese. So everyone else's favorite director.
Is?
Russ
Stanley
Meyer?
Kubrick.
Oh, Kubrick.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd put Kubrick at the top of my list.
I know. I'm just being facetious, but
What?
it's
You
Clockwork
wait till-
Orange.
Clockwork.
When
What
he
is it?
goes-
Oh, okay.
When he goes to the record store and he's like, "Oh, the Heaven 17," and all these other fake bands.
Oh,
I think everybody
nice.
named a band after all those fake bands.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This for the kids.
Damn.
Alpha Hitchcock presents Ghost Stories for young people. Right. He does intros. I don't think he reads all the stories.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what's
How do you do, boys
creepier,
and girls?
ghost
Yeah.
stories or like Alfred Hitchcock like targeting young people.
Right. This was a grail for me. It was pricey. I found one on Discogs, a little less, but so Bill Janovitz was in Buffalo Tom.
Mm.
When I worked at Polydor, we did one of their records, a couple of their records. Got to hang out with him. He's from my hometown, so he named a record, his solo record, Walt Whitman Mall, which I worked at, and this is an old photo. So this is where I lived.
Weird.
Mall. And he's got a whole record with songs about Long Island. One called Long Island, one called Walt Whitman Mall, Hector Park, which is a park near us. So yeah.
One song called Vinny, My Love.
Yeah, really. I mean, who else is going to buy this?
Who I look at with a telescope.
Nice.
Yeah. Orange
Awesome.
vinyl.
The oranges say.
Yeah.
Great shape.
And we do books here too, right?
We do. I did one.
I don't know how to read, so
Cool edition of
Wow.
Lady Vanishes. Was
Oh,
Hitchcock in the top.
For
cool.
kids.
This was neat. It's the Trials of Lenny Bruce, and it comes with a CD.
Damn.
There's a lot of CDs here. CD narrated by someone else, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a CD in there, and then all like transcripts and stuff from his trials.
Wow.
And then finally, the most important book you'll ever get.
The Bible.
Yeah. Oh.
oh,
What
Nice.
This
is
book
it?
changed my life.
Tell us more. What's
Yeah,
in the book?
I
What's
mean-
in it? What's in the book?
It's got all the famous passages you've learned
Nice.
to live by, like bullies are nothing but bull and lies.
Yeah.
That was important for me.
He's very,
they cannot crucify you if your hand is a fist.
He's very much like the Sphinx from Mystery Man. Very similar wisdom.
What separates man from machine is machines cannot think for themselves. Also, they are made of metal, whereas man is made of skin.
Yes.
Very important.
Yep.
But it is, in fact, just a blank journal that someone on Etsy sells. But,
Bummer.
but it was
I was
pretty cool that they went out and got a good scan of the art and made a little book out of it.
Wait, is
But
that
I'm
is that
surprised
legit,
they-
or is that did a friend make that for you? Is that legit?
No, someone on Etsy makes them. They
Oh,
put them
okay.
as journals, yeah.
Got it.
But
That's-
it's like
that's pretty
hardcover.
solid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
my side
surprised-
hustle.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, right? I'm surprised they haven't actually put the actual book out yet. That would be great.
I mean, yeah, if it gets as big as Lost did, because remember when Lost was like,
They just did
ephemera, and
they just
Twin
did a-
Peaks, of course.
Yeah, I had Laura Palmer's diary. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was real.
They could
I just
hire
did an
some.
audio book for that. I think.
This one?
You did?
I think I got a notification on my phone saying that you can download that book
Ooh,
from Apple Books.
Oh, well, let's get it.
awesome. Well, they have
says
the
Free book
there
from
are some other-
Severance.
yeah, there are some other Severance books on Apple.
That's
All right, that's it.
Kick ass. All right, who's up next? We're all out of order now. Hayden, I guess.
It's Hayden.
Yeah, sure. So, like I mentioned earlier, I haven't bought any physical media stuff since the last episode. So I will just show the things that I wanted to show so that Chris could see them.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
cool.
I know-
Yeah.
Because Chris,
I'm
I know
putting
you're a
the-
huge.
I'm putting the judgment hat on. The bad time.
Okay.
hat.
Got his arms
No,
folded
go ahead.
down.
I know,
Please have
Chris.
an actual hat. Have an at next episode. Have an actual hat that you put on.
No, I am not committing that hard to this bit.
I'm getting
So,
you the
Chris-
lawn order embroidered hat.
So, Chris, I know you are a huge advocate of buying physical copies of games. You hate flashcards. You hate downloading ROMs. You hate doing all that.
Whoa! Whoa!
So I have
whoa.
Sonic Wings 2.
Oh shit! That game fucking rocks.
It does almost as much as 3.
Oh my! Sonic Wings Special is a personal favorite of mine.
I played that during the brief period I had a Sega Saturn, and it, to be honest, did not make a huge impression on me. But
That
that's
you
just
don't
me.
have a Sega Saturn anymore means we
I
cannot
do
be
not.
friends.
I got the
Saturn is
King of
my-
Fighters 96.
I have King of Fighters 96 for Saturn with the add-on 4 MB cart.
Okay,
Get the
well,
fuck out of here.
my
No.
cart eats your cart for breakfast,
Your
Christopher.
cart is impractically expensive, Hayden Fur.
I don't know how much the Saturn version goes for, but I doubt it.
Much cheaper.
Oh my.
I
This is
got
great.
Samurai Showdown 2,
I never got into the SNK fighters, except for King of Fighters.
And I got the best fighting game ever made, Real Bout Fatal Fury Special.
So did you have to like take out like a significant loan to afford these Neo Geo games?
Oh, he's got
these
screen
are
caps.
these are the MVS carts. These go for astronomically less than the home system carts.
So
I don't know
makes
what you
sense.
guys are saying. What am I looking at? These are
Plus,
videos.
hey,
Okay, so basically the Neo Geo was an arcade system that used cartridges.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So these are the cartridges that would go in that arcade system. SNK
Not,
then made
not a home machine.
They made a home system out of it,
Oh.
and they made home system carts that internally are 1-to-1. In fact, the only thing that determines which version you play, home system or arcade, is determined by the system. You can use an adapter to play these on a home system with the possibility of glitches. So I have the guts of an arcade system that have been modified to be played on a TV.
Ooh.
That I can buy.
Is that right?
Or was that made in somebody's basement? Is that legit?
Oh no, yeah, it's the actual guts of an arcade, but someone in their basement took it out and put, a SCART output on it and put the Unibios so I can switch between the home system and the arcade system.
Aren't you getting married soon?
A true.
You're getting married soon?
Truly beautiful.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I'll just make sure.
My fiance and I play this
SCART.
game pretty regularly. She loves fighting games.
Oh,
like when you
just
say
wait till
start.
after you're married.
This game got her into
That's
shooters.
what is happening
Right.
here.
Did you play it on the original Neo Geo, you said?
Yeah, I put it in the system and
Okay.
turn it
But
on. I have
doesn't
a
exist,
home.
This is an old thing.
No, this was
Okay.
1990 to 2004.
Got it.
Now,
Technically, the
Hayden-
longest lasting home system in history.
Now,
Wow.
Hayden, what I would do is I would simply get an MVS flash cart and not purchase more of them. So.
See, if I did that, I would play a game for 5 seconds. I would die once, and then I would choose another game, and I would get burnt out after like 20 minutes.
You lack conviction, my friend.
No,
The will to act.
No, I just like looking and seeing these big spines that I custom
Yeah,
designed
they are
to match
beautiful.
the Japanese.
They
I
are-
designed
they
these
are-
to match the Japanese releases, but in
They are
English.
so beautiful.
Hayden,
You
I
did
think
such a
your
good
stuff
job.
is
with
really
those.
cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's super. I love
Yeah,
it.
most fans like to make these custom covers because these came in cardboard boxes originally because they weren't meant to go on a
Oh,
shelf.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
So
You
most
made-
fans, there's a whole community of people that design covers and stuff, and some people do cool, unique ones and stuff. This one I did. This is a different artwork than the official home release Samurai Showdown 2.
So is that like a clamshell thing?
Yes. Yeah, these I don't know I know who makes these. I don't know how they're like vacuum formed plastic, kind of like the old Disney cases,
okay.
but they're a lot more rugged.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, there's a whole community of people that do covers, and most of them base them on the American releases, which had generic gray like template borders on everything. They look really ugly. So I've been trying to do all my favorite games with covers that match the Japanese versions, but in English.
I think you're absolutely right, Hayden. So I dabble very little in games, but yeah, if I download a bunch of games and I play it and I die, I'm like, well, fuck that, because it's so I didn't spend any money on it. Who cares? Fuck it. We'll do something else. So yeah.
Yeah, that's just how my brain works.
Listen, you did a tremendous job with those cases, and I respect it immensely. Someday I'd like to get a Sega Naomi collection. So yeah. Beautiful.
I support this decision.
Listen, Virtua Tennis.
I'll make
with
you
the
some
original-
cases.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right, Maxine, how many games do you have?
Oh my god.
How loud can we yell at you for them?
Yeah, we're gonna yell.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I have no physical things to show.
Fair enough.
Other than the books that I showed last time, which I'll show these for Vinny. These are fun.
Ooh. Oh, Earl.
But they're books.
Earl Stein. I
They're
would.
books. But okay, so these 4K things that you people are showing, 4K is it different than Blu-ray, or is it
Yeah.
the same?
It's like the same.
It
Better
is.
than
It
I need
is.
a
It
different
is.
player for this thing.
You would
Yeah.
get a 4K Blu-ray player that could do both.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, it's like Blu-ray Plus. It's like I don't know. It's like Muse discs were to LaserDisc. It's like they're
no.
well,
This
yeah,
would be
they're
like if they made a LaserDisc 2 And the LaserDisc 2 player could play all the LaserDisc 1s.
So it's a
Yeah, that's
DVD.
exactly like a Muse disc.
player.
It's
But
the
a Muse-
same
yeah, Muse
exact
player's
size.
not a
It's just
regular
a
Okay,
Muse
okay,
player.
okay.
It's
But there's
backwards
like
compatible.
there's literally like 30 Muse discs, and there's
It's a
30,000 4K.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
like
I'm
if
not
Muse
talking
took
about
off.
marketing. I'm talking about the physical reality of this disc that's more advanced, but it's the same exact shape. It's called the same thing, and the player plays the older version.
Okay. Now, all right.
I don't know how many of them there are.
Follow-up question is, do these players I got a DVD player or a Blu-ray player from a swap meet for my aunt. She's not technology inclined. I don't know anything about this format. She just said she wanted a freaking Blu-ray player. Okay, here's a Blu-ray player. I get it for her. She said it doesn't work with her modern DVD that she had, or Blu-ray that she got from the store that was newer than the player.
She probably bought a 4K.
Yeah, maybe it's a 4K.
That's weird.
Tried
Yeah.
to play it on a Blu-ray player.
Wasn't 4K.
Or is the
Um,
Blu-ray player like an original version that like
Yeah, how
sucks?
old's the Blu- yeah.
So-
Because there are
so
some
the swap meet.
original like OG
This-
Blu-ray players that can't handle a modern
Right.
author disc because they're just too old.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, there's also like early Blu-ray players from like the.
This is where it falls short for me here, guys. This is
How-
where I was like, you know what?
So-
Maybe
No, but if you got a 4K player, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
you play every
I have
Blu-ray and
a-
DVD you have.
How old's
I
your
have
aunt?
a 4K player.
Do you have a PlayStation 3?
I do.
Man, I have a
Putting sandwich
PlayStation
in there
3.
or what? She like trying to shove a VHS into the.
No, definitely no. This okay. It's for context. It was before Netflix stopped shipping Blu-rays.
Discs. Okay.
He was using the Netflix Blu-rays discs in this, and the player I would have to say was at least from 2012.
My bet is she bought a 4K or something that.
But it was from freaking Netflix being shipped in the mail.
No, the new thing or whatever that she got. She
Yeah,
you
that
said
she can't
bought
play.
something new that she can't play, right?
Well, she got a disc in the mail from Netflix.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
that she couldn't play? Oh, that disc was probably fucked
Probably
up or
just-
something.
Yeah, I
No,
used to
she
use
tried a
toothpaste
couple,
on it,
she-
like every
she-
Netflix movie.
Let me have it, okay? She yelled at me about it.
Plus, there was like a
Yeah.
period
he
when
yelled at you? Not cool. Not cool.
Yeah,
Nobody
you
yells at
got it.
that
She
scene.
said,
Well, there were-
this thing's broken. It's defective.
well,
Something.
there was a period where the Cinram plant in Pennsylvania was pressing discs for Warner Brothers, and they all turned into coasters and Lionsgate. So
Oh shit!
It could
I
be
mean,
a
I
bad
probably have some
disc.
of
Or
those.
like
Yeah.
DADC
Sure.
USA?
yeah, it's the same. It's just when everyone says HD DVDs are like bad, well, also DVDs and Blu-rays from that exact same period are bad if they're from Warner Brothers because they're all from that same Cinram plant. So
Tell her to put another disc in and see if it works.
yeah, it could be a bad
She
disc.
got rid of that player the second that it didn't play something.
Bummer.
Wow.
She lacks gumption.
Yelled at me.
Threw it right in the
Fuck
trash.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have been
You should
disc
take
drive.
her player.
Didn't
Never
wasn't
do
plugged in. She threw it right in the trash.
Yeah.
To be seen again.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So
Yeah.
this has put a blemish on the mark of Blu-ray for my experience because I've had none, and this is the experience that I have had on the side of buying one secondhand and then getting yelled at.
And to be fair, some of the
Maxine-
newer 4K players, it can be glitchy. Yeah, like the Panasonics are
Maxine?
good.
Yeah.
You seem to know a little bit more about hooking things up
Yes, I do.
and plugging things in than your aunt does. I think you would have a very good time with like a nice $200 Sony player.
Or a
Yeah, Vinny,
PlayStation.
what do you got now for a 4K player?
I've got that Panasonic.
Panasonic,
the
yeah.
one everyone, yeah. And Spencer gave me a trick to unlock region.
Oh,
Views,
sweet.
So it's cool.
Oh, regions. Oh.
See, I've got the Sony XBP 700. I'm happy as a clam.
I can't play any Blu-rays in my little TV that I have in my kitchen that plays DVDs. I'm
No.
just
Well, yeah,
This-
they
you would-
stopped.
You can with a PlayStation 3.
And
Yeah, but
there's
it's not for that. It's a 4K disc for your big OLED.
A big OLED TV, yeah.
there's some cute little baby
you
Sonys.
have?
They look like little half-sized PlayStations. I've got
Yes.
one. They're great.
Those are
They're like
cool.
cute little Blu-ray players, and they're perfect for
Yep.
the kitchen.
hmm.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
I think Luke's had one of those before too.
Yeah.
Didn't you have one of those little baby Sonys?
I got Vinny's old one. Yeah, it works great.
I sent him my Sony because
so
I was having
invested
fun
in
with
here.
it, but
How can I
it
get
worked for
another
him.
format? I can't get another format.
Fair
Yes,
enough.
you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Wow. This got exciting. What a show. Feelings run high.
Yeah.
Who's next? Luke. Luke showed up. What do you got? You got any
Hey,
physical
everybody.
media?
I gotta go check my laundry in a second.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Show us what you got for laundry.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got to see every piece.
Yeah. See those tidy whities.
Yeah. All right. I'm not highlighted, so I'd like to see myself in the big picture, please.
And Ryan's on top of that.
I was
There
waiting
you
for you
go.
to actually have
Whoa,
something.
whoa.
You were like right up in our grills.
Sorry, back it up. So I'm currently in San Antonio for work. I'm here for 2 weeks. It's a long, boring story. But the main thing I like to do when I travel is to go shop. But I've been good this week. I have not gotten much. The first thing I got was this nice this nice VHS tape. I know. Ooh and ah, please. More oohs and ahs.
Tombstone?
It just says Tombstone on it. That's it. So who knows? Who knows. That's the fun of it. It could be like the best thing that could be on there. It's like recorded from TV. It's got some cool commercials on there. The worst thing, it's recorded off. It's like a dub of another tape or some bullshit.
Or it might be a birthday party taped over it.
Or it could be just
Porn.
or just or the best thing could be like a home video, but just like literal tombstones. Like they just go to the grave,
There's grandma's tombstone.
it's like okay.
She's dead.
For the people out west that can't visit, yeah. People in California.
Yep, I hope it's that.
It's just a Wild West tribute walkthrough of his Wild West town.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend who brought a bunch of VHS movies home. He found them at his mother's or something. They were all recorded from TV. And he would not believe when I told him, "Oh, there's a market for those. If they have commercials, that's even better." Like he just would not believe me that
when you
was a
say
thing.
when you say market, I think it's. I mean, it's just.
Well,
it's
there are
pretty
people
niche.
who will
Oh, yeah.
buy those.
There's a fandom for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it's like it is pure nostalgia. Like that is what
I mean, it's a
I
time
remember
capsule,
watching
isn't it?
TV. Say what?
Yeah, it's a time capsule because you're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
commercials that aired at that time.
Some people like there's weirdos who just want the commercial. I'm like, I don't just want the commercial. I want the whole
Right.
The whole
That's
media.
me. I watched the 3 hours of commercials.
You just watch.
Yeah, I would simply fast forward through the commercials because marketing is a curse.
Okay. All right, Bill Hicks. All right. So I bought a few records. There's 3 good record stores that I hit every time I come down here. Funny story. The really good one, this guy, this very skinny looking guy who looks like maybe Steve Albini. I turned around and there was 2 of them. They're twin brothers.
Oh my God.
The store. I'm like, holy shit, there's 2 of you. Yeah. Anyway, I bought some. Oh, it doesn't matter. Then I went to a new one today. They told me about another record store. The best thing about buying at record stores, I say, hey, I'm buying the records here. Tell me where I should go next. And they say, oh, you got to go to this store over here. It's good. So I went to this other one, and this guy was he was an old concert going guy he had like concert tickets. He was saying, in 100 years, these are going to be worth so much money, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. But he had some good records. So I bought I've been getting into listen to a lot of Sonic Youth. And
nice.
This is a good bootleg of Sonic Youth. And it's, I forget what it is. But has a cover, of Alice Cooper song. I got a nice Alice Cooper on the back.
Sick. You missed Maxine got me the year that Punk broke LaserDisc with Sonic
sweet.
Youth on there.
Oh, nice.
I gotta watch that.
So it's a bootleg when you got a nice big whole white label going on there. All right. Next one, I got another Sonic Youth. This is Boarding House. This was with the Dirty album, and it was like a promotional thing in Australia only. So they got this. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to grab this. The fact that they were on Geffen Records is just crazy. They are a noise band that found out they were a rock band kind of thing, and they just kind of stayed the same, just cranking out these long noise. Anyway, they're great. All right, next one I got the other day I drove up to Austin, which is about an hour and a half away, and last time I was here I went to this record store called End of an Ear, and they're really good. They're kind of like a mini Amoeba. I really enjoy it, and so like earlier this week I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to drive up there and drive back. And one night I picked up, this is hard to explain. So I like this band a lot. Not this band, another band when I was a kid, and they had this song called Winona Ryder, and it was just like I listened to the hell out of it. And then like this year, somebody said, "Oh yeah, that's like a cover song of this song, Debbie Harry by the band Family Fodder." And I listened to it, and it's like, oh my god, it's so weird that I liked this song since I was a teenager, and I thought it was original, but no, it was a cover of this other song. So I found this 7-inch and I picked it up. What?
No, cool.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
yeah. So I've been listening to a lot of. So I like listening to jazz, but I'm getting kind of jazzed out, especially like regular hard jazz kind of stuff. And somebody said, "Oh, well, Don Cherry, Don Cherry's where you need to go." So anyway, this has Pharoah Sanders on there. This was a nice kind of beat up original of Where's Brooklyn. All right, so pick that up.
Cool.
Next one, I don't have much. I've been pretty good, but I'm going to Austin tomorrow, so I'm just gonna go crazy.
All bets are off.
Yeah.
Just rock it. I picked this one up. Nice Fela album. So I have the Zombie record, which is a very political, like the song like made the army like crash into his house in Nigeria, I think. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I want to get more into different music. So I picked, oh, cool, found this, picked it up. Then I looked into Fela. Don't do that. That's not fun.
Oh, no.
He had 29 wives, and he was an avid anti-AIDS denier, and he died of AIDS. He died of AIDS. And his brother said, yeah, he died of AIDS. So, but the music's pretty fucking.
And Ginger Baker.
I know,
Ginger joining them.
Yeah.
That's bonus.
Yeah, Ginger Baker. I would describe Fela as like a James Brown. Like, James Brown did a lot of bad stuff in his music.
Yep. Still smokes. Yep.
Still smokes. This one I bought for myself only. It's nice. I'm a big Oingo.
I love this record. Yeah.
I've been looking for this version with the super cool sleeve.
I bet you have. But
guess what? I sold it to some fool. He gave me the money, but I'm not going to send it to him.
What a loser that guy is.
Yeah, no, I got that for Sam.
Thanks, bro.
I love for you guys, and then saying, "Hey, do you want this?"
That's such a fucking good record too. Oh my god!
The worst part about having friends who like records is that I gotta like double shop when I'm in the store, and then I gotta wait for you guys to get back to me.
Yeah, we're slow on the uptake sometimes.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
I just picture you loitering in the back of the store, like staring at people while you wait for a response.
Sir, are you okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I got a friend in Canada. He needs to.
I'm just waiting on him.
I'm waiting to hear back from my fellow podcasters.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hold this Oingo Boingo here for a couple minutes.
Please leave.
Yeah, please leave, sir. All right, I think we got through everybody, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Time for some recommendations, and then we'll wrap up this puppy. Let Vinny go cough up along, go to sleep. I'll be quick. I'm gonna recommend something that I know a bunch of other people here have been watching, but Peacock's been dropping a ton of SNL centric material lately. Of course, the 50th season is running, but they also have the 4-part documentary series, but it's like different documentaries. It's just like a collection of 4 separate documentaries. One about was it season 11 is the weird season, which is pretty fascinating. Then there's one all about the cowbell skit, and then there's just one about the cast, and there's lots of footage of people's auditions, and then one is just like a week in the kind of life of a SNL staffer and what everybody goes through. So pretty fascinating. And then they just dropped this week a 2-hour documentary about the music of SNL. So it's like not even just musical performances from guest musicians, but then also music that's been spawned from cast members, and of course Lonely Island and all that stuff. And but yeah, going back to the Blues Brothers, it's like music's always been an important part of the SNL DNA. But the stuff's all been like really well made and just real fascinating. So that's my recommendation. What do you got, Ryan?
I finished Skeleton Crew. That was
all
right. It was
also fun. Yeah.
Like it wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but it was for Star Wars. It was just enjoyable, and it was light, and yeah,
Yeah,
so,
Goonies-esque, but
yeah.
yeah.
I watched The Platform 2, which is the sequel to The Platform, and
Yes.
I did not think it was as good. Like the premise started out really, really good,
No.
and it just fell off.
What have
No.
they added? What does it do now, the platform?
Well, like they're trying to like establish order between the floors, and like there's like people, and that part was fine, but like the ending just kind of, I don't know. I feel like they ran out of
Okay.
where they were gonna go before they shot it, and just had to throw an ending together. So
I also wasn't sure if it was a prequel. Like I was confused about the timeline of it.
it was a sequel, but like yeah. And then I finally watched Furiosa, and that was good.
Nice.
It was great visuals, whatever. I kind of don't get why they needed to make it, but I'm glad they did, kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're all divided in here on in our spectrum of Furiosa appreciation.
I mean,
I
I
haven't seen it.
enjoyed
I'm
it, and it was
excited
really
to watch
good,
it.
but like,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with them making movies like that. I don't know how they expect to make a lot of money doing that.
They didn't, famously.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I went. It was me.
I saw it in Dolby Atmos with 3 other people.
Aiden won too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Very glad that I did.
Yeah, me too. My parents liked it more than Fury Road when I showed it to them here, which is interesting. I
You
was
need to
surprised.
kill your parents.
I mean, I did.
No, it's
Have you
valid.
heard
It's
from
valid.
them? Yeah.
Murder them.
I didn't yell at him either because I also love Fury Road. So I'm like, oh man, you don't like that thing I like as much as that other thing I like. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I like them both. I have Furio. I have the steelbook for Furiosa over here.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yeah, good deal. Who's up next? I think it was Chris probably up next. What do you got? What do you got for a recommendation?
I saw The Brutalist for the second time last night, which is the big 3.5 hour classic Hollywood old school long ass movie. And I think the only other person in this chat that has seen The Brutalist here is Luke. Luke and I have discussed it. He's not as hot on it as I am. But I find it to be this tremendous story about Adrian Brody plays a Hungarian architect who immigrates to America after surviving the Holocaust and kind of muddles his way back to notoriety after kind of catching the attention of a millionaire. It's got 2 distinct parts. The second part, you either really like it or you really don't, and it burns you out in interesting ways. I think it's not a perfect movie. It's got some mixed messaging on its application of like religion and Zionism in the 1950s, but I find it just to be completely engaging. And I've seen the big 3.5 hour movie twice. I saw it in 70 millimeter in Toronto about a month ago. And then I saw it at the theater where I manage to build the playlists. And let me tell you, a 10-minute drive home afterwards, so much nicer than a 3.5 hour one.
I can imagine.
Oh my God. Also, I watched Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Movie absolutely fucks. I was devastated. Go
It's
smoke that
intense.
one. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Fucking crazy movie. All right. That's enough for me.
All right.
I'm going to keep it light.
Vinny, what do you got? Recommendations?
I don't know. I'm out. I'm without a theater at the moment. I gotta do some plumbing stuff in there. So
What about TV? We're watching Severance, right?
TV. I've seen everything. What do you guys? Yeah, Severance.
There you
I
go.
haven't watched tonight because my wife's away and my kid. It's late.
I
Shit.
haven't seen
Did
it
it
yet
drop
either.
It
Yeah, it
dropped
did.
yet?
It's
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah.
What do we do? Bye. Click.
Yeah. So
Losers.
yeah, Severance, of course. Man on the Inside, I still recommend to people. It came out late last year. Haven't seen it yet. That's a good one. Honor, because we mentioned it, talking about it yesterday. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. It's great.
Saw it twice. So good. Can't wait for the 4K from Criterion.
Yeah. I did watch Starlet, which was another Sean Baker that I hadn't seen.
Yes, I've got the
On
Blu-ray.
Criterion Channel. Yeah, that was pretty
Tremendous
good.
movie.
Yeah. That's really it.
All right.
I wish I had something new. I mean, the SNL docs I've been watching too. Those are great.
Yeah, sorry to steal your thunder there, but
Yeah, no, those are great. Yeah. The music one is really, really well done.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to get. There's an opening montage where they would just keep
That's awesome.
perpetual mashup, but they just keep
Yeah.
mixing in new groups.
Right.
Sometimes it's 2 songs concurrently, sometimes it's 3, and then they just kind of segue into another batch.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Yeah.
So.
I'm always amazed when I see that behind the scenes stuff of how late they do. You know, like they shot Dick in a Box on Friday.
Yes.
Ran it Saturday. Like, it's just insane.
That was impressive. They were saying like
Yeah.
part of the reason it went to air is that nobody really knew much of it. They just knew the concept basically, and then they're just rewriting it. And yeah, that was pretty impressive, that whole thing.
Yeah.
It just some of the kind of cool stories that, the Nirvana thing, and just about how that almost went sideways because Dave Grohl like broke his drumstick or whatever, and they just kind of like pulled it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Good stuff.
Hayden, what do you got to recommend?
Well, there's this show. I don't think any of you have heard of it.
Ooh, do tell.
My fiance and I discovered this, and we've been watching it lately.
Ooh.
It's called Severance.
What? What is this? That's made up.
No, it's pretty good. She had an Apple TV trial that she has had for like a year that she just hadn't used, and then since season 2 was coming out, we decided now was the time. So, and now we're probably going to have to buy Apple TV so that we can keep watching it.
Yep. Or just wait for the Blu-ray next year or 2 years from now. I'm assuming
usually I would say yes, but in this instance, I have to say no. We have to see it as it comes out.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Usually I'm on your side, Sam. Usually
Fair
I'm on
enough.
your side.
Yeah.
Usually I'm fine to be the odd one out and wait till it comes out on disc. But
what are you going to do at the water cooler on Monday?
I don't have a water cooler.
Oh.
You want to drink water?
This is my water cooler. This is
Now, I'm going to offer
Here
a
it
hot
is.
take. I started watching season 1 a second time and kind of got
Sucks.
bored.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
I'm currently
didn't-
in the second viewing myself
I
because my
think
wife wanted
that-
to watch.
I think that Severance was really exciting upon its first release.
Oh my God.
Because it was
Mute
this
him.
beautiful thing. Yeah, you always want to mute me. You can't handle the truth that I offer.
No, the second
I don't know.
time's really fun because you get to
Yeah.
kind of pick up more of
I've
the
watched it
details.
twice. Yeah.
And a lot
I
of
don't
the
know, I
stuff
just-
that you were kind of like,
My
what's that all
Twitter
about?
feed
Yeah.
is just running Severance into the ground right now, and that's a lot less interesting to me than when Severance kind of had this smaller.
That's your problem.
Or-
Because
yeah,
I
and is
I deleted X. You got to get rid of that thing.
Anyway.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention Squid Game. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last
Oh.
episode.
Oh God,
but
there was a second season of Squid
there was,
Game.
yeah.
Okay. I had 1 month of the Netflix.
Yep.
To watch, and I was watching the Tyson fight. I binge watched everything. I binge watched the first Squid Game,
Yep.
and then I was like, "Do I pay for another? Is Squid Game too good?"
I mean, might as well, yeah.
You can go month by month. You can just
I know.
watch
I
watch
want
all
to
of Severance season 2
think
with
of
your friends and
something
talk to them about it, and then just shut it off.
Yeah.
It's real easy.
They
Like, it's
needed to know that the
2024
Tyson
now.
fight wasn't worth the money that I spent. I had to cancel after.
If
Fair enoh.
Precedence. I was on precedence.
Fights used to cost $99.
I know.
True.
And you'd see Tyson knock a guy out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you go over to your friend's house and there'd be like
Right.
100 people like crammed in their living
Yeah.
room. Yep.
This was not that.
No.
It was not that at all. It wasn't very good. But
So stop
yes.
buying all those late releases and you'd have some money for nothing.
That's true.
burn.
Wow. Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying what Chris is thinking.
I don't.
He's already tuned us all out.
Luke, did you watch Mystery Date? Have you seen
Hell
Mystery
no.
aw.
Watch that.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mystery Date's cool, man.
I'm in a hotel room in
It has GWAR.
San Antonio.
GWAR's in it, yeah.
Pluto TV?
Should I watch it?
Sonic Youth is on the soundtrack.
Oh,
GWAR's in it.
Yeah.
Vinny, I'm only
3
talking.
In Excess songs.
Should I watch it?
Count them. 3. And good
I mean, you got
ones.
90 minutes.
Mr. Stevens.
All right, Chris. I'm just talking to Chris. Would I
Oh.
like this movie?
Mystery Date.
I think you would have enjoyed talking about it with us after watching it. I think
Sure.
watching it and then after the podcast would not be as rewarding for you. I don't think you'd like it that much.
Okay.
I say
think
watch
it's
it
fine.
with someone.
Yes.
I don't know anybody.
Oh, okay. Well,
Make some
then I
new
guess you're
friends
out
in
of luck.
San Antonio and be like, come back to my hotel room. We're going to watch Mystery Date.
Hey, come
On a
back to my
phone.
hotel room, watch a movie from 1980. 86.
I found a
91.
LaserDisc
91.
player at the pawn shop and hooked it up to the TV.
Yeah.
Please leave my store. Please leave.
Listen, had I not known we were going to discuss it on this show, I don't think I would have watched Mystery Day, and I don't think I will ever watch it again. Luke, do you want my LaserDisc of it? I'll send it to you.
Wow, brutal.
I will say I found 3 very boring late releases today, and I did not buy any of them.
What were they?
They were Mystery Men, The Cell, and The Beach, all for $5 each. And I was
Not
like,
bad.
no, thank you, sir. No.
Say no.
No, they were Living Out Loud, Danny DeVito. Is that the Danny DeVito movie?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And then it was Cage.
Return to Paradise.
Return
Yeah,
to
Snake
Paradise.
Eyes isn't lame. Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, I
smokes.
almost got. I almost
Yeah.
got Snake Eyes.
That movie rules.
I saw it in the movie One theater when it came out, and I'd never seen it again. But I remember enjoying it when
It was like in the De Palma episode. I think that was like everyone's
It was really
ultimate
good.
favorite.
As a late release, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'd give it an iffy.
Not a Grail.
It's not Grail.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it was a Grail. Pump the brakes there.
I like the pump the brakes as your catchphrase now.
Yeah, tonight, just tonight. I don't know why that is. Next,
Pump
next
pump
episode
the
will be
brakes
something
on
else.
saying pump the brakes, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could. I'll come up with something cool and hot next time.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Good times. So was that your recommendation, Maxine? Just get Netflix and watch
Well, I mean,
Tyson?
my recommendation, honestly, I just watched Death Race 2000 last night, and that is literally freaking
Like the old one with Carradine and
Yes.
yeah,
Good
nice.
one.
Literally wacky races with real people and real vehicles, and then the blood is basically paint.
Yeah.
And there's random death for it's violence for no reason. It's the
It's
crazy.
super fun.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I'm like, why is this happening? I love this.
Nice.
I would highly recommend that. And it's
yeah.
not on
Nice.
LaserDisc, otherwise I would be talking about it on LaserDisc.
Yeah, why didn't it get an LD release? That's
It's on CED. It's so rude.
Wow.
I was horrified.
Disgusting. Can't believe you mentioned CED
Oof.
on the LaserDisc podcast.
Ryan, you need to get some pressings going.
Yeah, we need
yeah,
to.
make this one.
I put some calls in.
Yeah.
We'll hear back in about 8 months after they make
Perfect.
them and then ship them over slow boat.
Perfect.
Nice.
And they
Yeah.
also have to like put them out in the rain and make sure
Yeah.
they scuff them
Yeah.
a little bit and
Yeah.
you know maybe warp them a little.
Super gnarly. Yeah.
Oof. Disgusting.
Yeah. Luke, did you have a recommendation?
No, I just
Just living life.
it's Severance, of course. Come on, man. Like, just we find it took us how many years now to get Sam to watch this? This is
2 years?
celebration.
Two and a half.
maybe?
You
I
know
feel
what
like-
was so great about this is that it took us all this time, and then Sam watched it and was like, "Yeah, you guys were right. It's good."
But
Yep.
then I'm not going to watch season 2 with you guys.
Yeah.
No.
Watch it.
Again,
Well-
nobody actually actively would talk to me about anything from season 1. So the only person I've been able to talk to about this movie is my wife so far. So because
We
everyone's
Oh
went
like,
to the
no,
other-
Sam's
we
got
went
to
into the
talk
other
to his
chat.
wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
the person that
Yeah.
wants to live.
but no,
for
I mean,
life
but the
with
joke
me.
was like everyone's like, we need you to see it so we can talk to you about it. And I'm like, I saw
Right.
season
Well,
1, and they're like,
we were hoping you would
Yeah.
keep watching the program
Well, yeah,
as
but
it
it-
moves into the future.
it's just funny how it's like the only thing and a cool thing that matters is the very newest one. Every previous episode
All right, all right.
means
We will-
0% to
I
the
will
fans of the
gladly
show.
talk. I will gladly talk about.
Okay, all right.
season 1 with you.
Maybe yeah.
Just-
So someone
Sam,
talk
have
to me
you
about this
ever-
damn show because I
Sure, of
watched
course.
it.
We need
Have
to make
you
another
ever
chat that's
watched
just for
the-
season 1.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
see
There
that.
we go.
I'll have to watch it.
Season one show.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All
I
right.
mean,
Like-
you'll have to. You still got no. You just got Netflix. I don't know. We
I
can't.
got rid of
Oh,
them.
I got Netflix. I'm
open
thinking
for-
about ditching Netflix because it's
Yeah.
getting up to there. It's like, you
Well,
know,
she just got
$40 a
just
month.
got it. We-
I just canceled it at least a week ago. So I've
Well,
got
wait,
I
wait.
got the budget
Cobra
for-
Kai's going to come back with season 6, part 3. And then
I'll
Squid
watch
Game
that and
part
I'll watch
2.
Squid Game then.
If
Yeah.
she just got Netflix, you know how hard it's going to be for her to convince her to get Apple TV. Like, it's just,
Hayden, remind me. I probably have a free trial for it.
okay.
Maybe.
They're
I've gotten
They better
to
go.
How's the,
enough. where
you know
I-
what? In that case, maybe actually wait until season 2 wraps up, then do that. If you want to do it for free, that would be
Yeah, I did.
smart.
Yeah, and then
My
just binge
7-day
it.
trial ran out. I had to pay $10? Oh no. Oh,
I operate on free trials.
let's burn this place to the ground.
Well, luckily we're all security consultants in Battlezone, so we get paid so much money that it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
True.
it's a battle zone.
Yeah.
So it's
Here's my receipt. All right. Normally we do like what's spinning next. I don't know what I'm spinning next though.
Can I show Luke my elephant there?
Yeah, you're gonna watch that?
Luke, he's not even paying attention.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got an elephant, man.
Oh,
That's the
nice.
letterbox.
You can only
This is
tip
the
like
Japanese widescreen. So I would like to put this in the player.
Yeah.
Once I
Did you
the
just
computer
get that,
back.
or have you had it?
Just
No,
got
I
it.
just got it. We were talking about that day, and I
Oh, very
jumped in
sweet.
eBay and made an offer, and the guy took it.
Nice.
Yeah, always make an offer. You never know.
Yeah. Oh,
Spin
oh.
that up. I mean, actually,
No,
I'm probably
Obi,
gonna watch
though,
some of this
so it's
music
worth it.
disc next that Maxine sent. So
Oh yeah, please watch the punk one because I haven't seen mine yet, and I want to.
yeah, actually, good point. Well, it's funny because I'm reading that book and it's all talking about 91 and all this stuff going on. I'm like, oh, there's like a documentary about a bunch of this. So
that
that'll be
You guys,
cool.
do you guys talk about the Fire Aid yet with the Nirvana?
Mhm.
We
reforming
did a little
with-
bit. Yeah.
Brief
We did,
mention.
yeah.
I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
weren't you watching the live stream?
No, I wasn't. I downloaded a bootleg of it. I want to watch it later. Kim Gordon is on there from Sonic.
She did, yeah. She
Yeah.
did a good job. Violet Grohl also crushed it with all apologies. She did a really good job. So
Yeah, I haven't
she's
seen it.
hired. St. Vincent, like her mic was
She was
like not
very
working
low.
at
Yeah,
first.
something was messed up.
I heard that one.
Yeah, so
Kicked
I mean,
the
yeah,
mics
the
down.
mixing was like kind of iffy
Mm.
throughout, but
How do you even put on a show like that? It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I mean, just the fact that it's happening. I'm sure it sounded much better like in the auditorium, anyways. But yeah, it's just cool just to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah. They raised like 56 million.
that's
Nice.
great.
I put out the info before. I think did I lose it? Where is it? FireAidLA.org.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
6
where I
hour
saw
Yeah,
video.
6 hours
Yeah.
total.
No, I mean, I'm just saying you don't have to watch it. You can actually go and donate. Yeah, I wasn't talking about the concert anymore. Yeah, just saying, like, give money and stuff
Yeah.
because I'm a shill. I'm a shill for the fire dudes.
It's devastating. It really
Yeah.
is.
See,
Yeah.
Maxine knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I ran out of jokes. So I guess we're done, right? There's anybody else spending anything?
Oh,
You can
I
watch Dark Match. It's on Shudder.
What's that?
It's a wrestling movie that just came out with Chris Jericho.
Oh, like Dark
Oh.
Match.
Like they
okay.
go to like a backwoods like wrestling thing that they're supposed to be at, and then they find out that they're gonna get killed at it or something.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's called Dark Match. So
So you're gonna watch it?
yep.
Nice. What are you watching,
I'm
Hayden?
gonna-
Oh, Chris,
gonna
what are you
be-
doing?
uh,
I'm gonna be
Christian is
watching
the
whatever
Lord.
the hell this is. I just noticed there's a guy on a flying bike or something.
Is that Gorillas? Gorillas?
Oh, did you talk
I-
about all the disc I sent you? Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
that looks like Daigoro something and
They're like
Gorillas.
kids costumes.
Gorillas? Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Yeah,
Nice.
diarrhea. Cha cha cha. Daigoro.
Well, then I guess I'll be watching Diarrhea.
versus diarrhea. Yeah. I like the one guy looks like a hippo. He's like a hippo kaiju.
Yeah, I don't get what. Like I've seen a picture of this guy before, but
Yeah,
I don't.
right.
I have beyond just seeing the
Yeah, I
image.
wanna know what's going on there.
what
There's-
this is.
Oh,
It's sexual.
you're in love.
Yeah.
I want to know if they're clay. I want to know if they're people inside of
Oh no,
something.
they're suits. They're suits.
Okay.
Yeah.
They look like clay on the
What's
They
floor.
do.
the number on it?
Spine number TLL 2181.
Toho-tastic.
Yep.
I think I got that in Sasebo.
Diarrhea.
Oh, you didn't get this. You didn't get this in San Antonio.
No.
So is it Daigoro and
Goliath.
diarrhea? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Goliath. Okay, yeah, Goliath. All right.
Okay.
Monkey.
That's super cool.
Kick ass.
I
All right,
hope
what are you
it's-
watching,
Wow.
Chris?
The synopsis is
Um,
great.
I'm gonna go watch the new movie Companion tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
It's a movie about a robot lady, and then she decides she doesn't want to be a sexual object. I'm pretty sure.
Got to turn
Uh,
the intelligence up.
Yeah,
So-
it's getting good reviews. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it at about 12:30 at night.
But historically, this is something I want. So historically, this is the time of year where movies are shit, right?
Yeah, the January. Doldrums.
January
Yeah.
usually.
I saw Presents, and that was garbage. That was pretty bad.
Oh my god, it has been fucking dire with the new releases. Flight Risk, garbage.
Yeah.
Den of Thieves 2, it's probably good, but I don't want to see it. I do want to see.
Historically, this is garbage time.
Though
is
it depends
garbage
on where you
time.
live. It's like films like Mirrors and White Noise and stuff like that. And then all of the films that opened in New York and LA, if you don't live there, then you can finally go
they're
see
coming
them.
out.
All the
Yeah.
good films
I'm just
that
a
are getting
poor
Oscar
Texas
buzz.
like-
boy. I live in Texas, so this is. I mean,
like those films will do well at the art house. Like we opened The Brutalist at my theater, and I watched it there last night. But we opened it a week or two after the art house opened it, and then Tinseltown Cinemark got it, and then we got it. So it's like, who's left that hasn't already gotten their fill of this? But Dogman opened this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Dogman did some serious business.
We've got Dogman with us
for
here.
7-year-olds,
Longtime
maybe.
Dogman.
Yeah, well, my
Vinny.
theater does good business for families.
And that's good.
One of them days looks pretty good. I just haven't found the time to sit down and watch it.
That's another one. It's not good. I saw that one. I thought it would be good. It is a stinker. Like
I'm going to be honest, Luke. It's a free ticket. I'll probably still see it. Yeah,
I'm just saying it was another. I wanted it to be good.
Yeah, I know.
Not good.
I'm not. I don't have high expectations. Hard Eyes is coming out.
What's your face?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
What's your back to one of them days? What Kiki is a fucking star. Like she's great.
Oh my god, she's Nope. Nope is one of the great movies.
Yeah, but the story, the movie is fucking no thanks.
Okay, I'll get around to it before it leaves. It's got some legs. We are in the shit month. January is a dumping ground for a bunch of worthless movies.
Oh, it used to be when there was more things to dump, but there aren't enough movies anymore. But horror is always outside of that too, because you could always have a hit with horror no matter what.
Yeah, Hard Eyes is going to be a turd.
Wolfman,
but I'm sure it'll make a couple bucks.
Wolfman was no good. Damn.
Wolfman just fell apart immediately.
That's too bad.
They're just not going to revive any of the classic monster stuff, are they? They're just
well, I mean, The Invisible Man did fine, but the same guy made Wolfman and apparently Blue Chunks.
I'll check out Companion.
Yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow night. I got a couple of friends who are like, yeah, it looks good. And it's getting good reviews. And so I'm seated.
Is Hard Eyes really not going to be good? Hard Eyes isn't going to be good?
I don't know. It just
looks
like cheese, but
I read a pretty hostile review earlier. There's a new movie with the guy who played Short Round.
Yeah, love
her. Come on. That looks fun.
It looks like
bad.
Goonies
John Wick ripoff. That's what it looks like. Another John Wick ripoff.
Yeah, it doesn't look particularly good for me.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I got the transmission for the files for it, so it's gonna run at my theater. If
they didn't send you the
technically, if you look at the file structure, they're split up into real files, which is very funny, but no.
Wow.
I'm probably going to go to Cinemark because when Hard Eyes comes out, they're going to do like a week of horror romantic programming. So Midsummer is going to be there, and they're going to run like Silence of the Lambs. And
Midsummer's getting an anniversary screening on Monday, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's in February. Sorry, not December. Yeah.
I was going to say, February 3rd.
Oh, yeah. All right. So it's the same. Yeah.
My colleague was trying to get me to take his usual Monday shift, and I was like, sure, why not? I don't care. So.
I think it's the theatrical cut.
Yeah.
But good times.
Go see a movie in the theaters, even if it's Captain America on Valentine's Day.
I mean, Paddington on Valentine's. That's what I'm going to go see on Valentine's Day.
Paddington in Peru?
Yeah.
Sam, you're not going to go see Paddington in Peru in theaters. Don't kid the audience.
I'm probably going to go see Paddington in Peru in the theaters. I had to break it
to
you.
Dear.
What?
Sam. Sam is going to see Paddington in Peru. He's going to love it.
Yeah,
I've already seen it in the UK.
Yeah, it already came out in Britain. So Vinny's like legit Paddington super fan.
Oh yeah.
He flew over there.
It's no 2, but nothing is.
That's no 2. Yeah, I did watch the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent finally. Speaking of Paddington too.
What? What is
Yeah.
the connection there?
Well, you
It's a whole
obviously
running
haven't seen the
theme about
movie.
how it's the
Yeah.
best movie of all time.
That is the reason why I've seen Paddington 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen Paddington 2, but I would see it because of that movie. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't
funny.
see that. I didn't see either one. So
Oh my gosh. Well, apparently you're missing out on 2 of the best movies. So
Anyways, yeah.
Eh, one of them's not that great.
yeah.
Paddington.
Anyways, but yeah, I will be going to see Paddington and Prue. I will report back on the next podcast.
Sounds like you are firmly fucking seated.
I am. Exactly. Front row, baby.
Already.
What?
No, I'm not going that far.
The Sam Paddington experience?
Yeah, like, oh my
Has anyone-
God, the fur is so real.
Has anyone here seen like the pictures?
15 minutes.
Yeah, this is all cutting room floor. Yep.
yeah.
Are we done?
I mean, we can be.
yeah.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Bye.